The start stream button.
Oh
We
my
are
gosh,
live.
wait. That's the same hand position as my most recent post. I kid you not. Wait, hold up. Anyway.
So yes, we are live. Hello,
What
internet.
was the thing that I'm relearning again?
We leave it. Oh, you forgot to say we leave it.
Oh, we leave it!
You broke the tradition.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
tragic.
Do I actually talk about it or not?
Yes. I need to know.
Well, I mean, we're good.
I
It's
need
good.
to relearn this, apparently.
Right now.
Yeah, we really don't have to.
We don't have to.
Don't worry about it. We'll worry about it next time. Just no
Don't
context.
worry.
This is a VOD.
No context for chat.
This is for VODs.
Just note, if I'm out of spell slots and I have no healing, you'll find out the hard way.
Alright, I have
No.
posted on the socials.
I'll take death.
So I'm gonna just do this so you can grab it.
No, you don't say you're gonna take death, because then you're gonna get it.
It's not the first time.
Oh no.
We're in Barovia. Death is going to happen.
Hoshi, that's what we in the business like to call bet.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Stan's died before. He'll be fine.
Has-
I'm experienced. And if he dies, another character's gonna pop up, and two of you at least know which character that is.
Maybe he'll
That will be
take af-
hilarious.
It would be hilarious.
Maybe Kai will take after his father and come back after death immediately. You don't know.
Like father, like son.
He'll no sell dying.
And it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to point out that Kardak actually took temporarily dying way better than his dad did.
Who hasn't died before?
We've all been.
Like honest question. Who hasn't had a character death before?
You know, I'm the DM, but I don't think I've had a character die before.
Not permadeath, right? We're not talking that.
I mean, getting revived does count, but like if your character's actually like died, like I had
Andros was literally my
powered
first
killed it.
one.
Actually,
Yeah, Andros, I got powered killed once.
I can actually say this. I think I have never had a DM killed my character. It's always been by a player.
Wow, that's kind of
Like-
sad or impressive. I'm not sure which.
Yes. Or put
It
another
is-
way, ¿Por qué no los dos?
To bring it back to what happened with Session 0, random effect number 3403. Cass's voice vaguely sounds like buzzing insects.
That
sounds like hell.
It doesn't
Oh,
say
no.
how long this. It doesn't say how long this effect lasts.
Could be forever if your DM is cool enough.
Are you just gonna talk and buzz this the whole time? Just like buzz.
What's the
No,
essence?
I just looked down, literally a few rows down to 3411. The caster's weapon turns to chocolate.
Chocolate? Chocolate?
Chocolate?
I remember when they invented chocolate.
Speaking of what we were just talking about earlier, number 6389. Target thinks his allies think he's dead.
Rip.
The chocolate weapon sounds like a Revelia thing, not gonna lie.
It does, yeah.
6386. Target thinks his allies suspect him of plotting against them.
That's fun.
Who doesn't love a good little bit of paranoia?
6384. Target thinks his allies should revere him as a god.
You know, that's not really a change for some characters.
Yeah,
Looks like Kai.
6,331. Target thinks he will explode if jostled too harshly.
That's hilarious.
Okay, now that one's funny.
It's on a carrot freaking out as they hit every single bump in the road.
You could play it. You could play into that bit really well. Like if you're a spellcaster, and like if monsters like grappled you, you just cast Fireball on yourself.
Come on, shake me.
6,093. Target smells of roses and lavender while he sleeps.
Aw. It's kind of wholesome in a weird way.
Now that just got out there.
6,098. Target sneezes every time he tries to be stealthy.
Sneezes specifically?
Sneezes.
Specifically sneezes.
I almost forgot to grab that.
Number 1891. Caster thinks he's being attacked by an invisible octopus.
He got
Remember-
into the
remember
enemies.
Remember that scene in Talladega Nights when Will Ferrell thinks he's on fire?
No? Wait.
6,141. Target suffers financial ruin over the next 2 months.
Okay, that's
How
too
do
real.
you do that one, though? That sounds insanely hard to work properly.
You just never earn money.
Yeah. Or every time you earn money, it gets, like, taken by someone or something.
I mean,
No.
that could be pretty simple. Like everyone gets 200 gold, and the next time you try to enter town, the DM just says there's a hole in your coin purse. You have no more money.
True. See,
Number 6,157. Target sweats profusely in the presence of royalty.
See, I would take that as a challenge, the money one. Like, it wouldn't be the same thing every time. There'd be like, first there's a hole in your coin purse. It's like, alright, I'm gonna take this money, and I'm gonna be super careful with it, and, a bandit just came and stole it from you while you were talking.
There were 3 rats in a trench coat. Come and take your coin purse.
Here's the one right above it. Here's some nightmare fuel. Target sweats acid, destroying clothes but not harming him.
Oh no.
I actually had a DM that had made a custom item that was a coin. When it gets put into your money or wherever your money is, it consumes everything.
Oh yeah, I think you've told us about this before.
Yeah,
That's for the economy.
and as a certain amount, it actually turns into like a statue, and then eventually it will turn into a dragon.
Oh.
They made the anime trope into a thing. Number 1641. Caster sneezes whenever he hears his name.
Mhm.
Alright.
And then just below that, 1645. Caster speaks in a booming voice whenever he tells a lie.
Here is...
That's gonna be interesting with paradoxes.
There's the
6,153. Target suspects that he's not who everyone says he is.
Alright, I think I have everything I need. I have posted
They are who we
everywhere.
thought they were.
Is everyone in the game?
I believe so. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
I'm not.
5. Up. Missing exactly one.
I just
Yeah,
realized
Bill.
that.
Yeah, I was counting to be sure, and then I noticed at the same time you said it.
You're killing me, Smalls.
There's always one.
Bolt,
Was
we
last
need
time
you here.
me the person who forgot to... No. Was it?
What?
Yes, last time you forget.
D-
Not
Del-
forgetting to get into the session, but you just forget.
Yeah.
Daluna, you and I will get this one. 6,107. Target speaks like a scratched record.
I appreciate that. On my way, I'll magic search table up just in case.
Yeah, I also pulled it up. But
I'm like,
oh, sorry. go
I
ahead.
doubt it's gonna happen because I've been really lucky with this straight D20 roll for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm just immediately knocking on my table right now because Roll20 hates me.
Maybe tonight will be the night. But speaking of, Who would like to do the recap for inspiration?
Who doesn't have inspiration at the moment?
I don't, but I also forget easily. So
It's very easy what
That's ve-
happened last time. Like one thing
I don't-
happened.
I mean,
I don't have it. I have
Yes,
inspiration.
but
I
at
did
the
it last
same
time,
time-
so
you know, I don't have inspiration.
Nope.
no.
No, hell no.
Draco, we're not giving inspiration to Strahd. That's the last person we want.
Are you sure?
I like how you're hinting it to me,
It could be funny.
or literally anyone.
I mean, I can just do it again. I can summarize it within like a couple sentences.
All right.
If everyone's ready, I can just do it so we can get into the game.
you can do it.
Do it.
So, last time we made it to the Vistani camp. You know, we met with them. They seemed very cheerful. There's this weird small child thing. He asked way too many questions, but we just kind of ignored them and went to Madame Ava. She told us some fortunes that may help us in aiding to defeat Strahd. Not sure if I believe, these readings, but, something tells me that I should trust Madame Ava. After that, when we walked out of her tent, the devil himself was just standing there drinking with the Vistani. And he tried to make a deal with the outsiders. He will offer them a way out of Barovia in exchange for a favor. Thankfully, all my allies seem to agree to disagree to not take Strahd up on his offer. And we decided, we're just going to get the hell out of the Vistani camp, and we are making our way back on the road make our way on the road to Valaki. And I believe Dan said that he needed a quick stop along the way.
All right. Take your point of inspiration.
I
So,
already have it, but whatever.
Then I guess you are free to distribute that to whoever you see fit.
Drew didn't have it.
I don't have one.
I don't have
Take it, Kai.
Also, Draco,
Mm-hmm.
our tokens aren't our tokens on the stream.
Ah,
it.
I forgot to switch everything over. Whoops. Give me
Just look at this party that we have. This is going to be going to
Hi guys,
right
I'm the
now.
sock puppet.
And I am a humanoid sea pen.
I gotta tell me your favorite drow.
There we go.
I'm a weird fucking goblin that's also George Costanza.
You know what? I'd watch it. I watched the campaign. Much better.
There we go. Now that I have.
I
fixed
wonder
that-
how that would work.
That's
Just as well as everything else.
Probably.
Hey, I'm like I know I'm a sea pen, so I don't really move around much. Because I kind of wedge myself into the soil and then just stay there as long as there's food.
Oh, yeah.
So you're just a potted plant.
In the deep sea.
a potted
So we just gotta
deep sea
carry you around in a fish tank.
I have
the
a
whole time,
question.
I guess.
Wait, no, that's.
Okay.
I'm kind of sad. I just thought of something that was funny for my Tuesday character, Rhodey, that I play with Hoshi, Draco, and Chaco. You haven't seen it, but real quick, like he sleeps in the nest. If he can.
Okay.
Random fact is had to put out there. I'm sorry.
Let me change things up a little bit. Get off the intro for... Where is it? Theme music, battle music... here we go. Overworld.
Oh, that was the other thing. I forget if we set this up. Did you check the channels, like the audio channels?
I did not. Bubba, really quick, how does everyone sound?
Testing.
Testing.
Hello.
Testing. 1, 2,
Hello.
3, testing.
How's it going?
Hi.
Should
Did
I
you manage
raise
to get the
myself?
music on a different, like, off on the Twitch bod?
Perfect.
set
Okay,
this
we're
up?
good.
Okay, we're
I'm
all
Bluey.
Oh
And,
god.
no, I don't have the music on a separate channel because it's in Roll20 itself.
Yeah, but like, you can do, call it? You know what? I'll set it. I'll teach you. Between now and then, next stream.
Okay, I have noticed that for the end slate, sometimes the music doesn't go through, but I will ask Kat as well. Does the actual music in the game, is that playing? Can you hear? Okay, I might have
I hear the
to
forest.
up my setting a smidge. Okay. I will fix myself. Advanced properties. Let's boosty myself up to... Okay. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Does that sound better? Or do I still need to up it a little bit? Okay, good. So the forest sounds are heard. Technically, this is inaccurate because I don't think there'd be singing birds, but forest during the day is fine. So
There needs to be more crows.
yes, there does need to be more, well, ravens, but yes.
More bats.
Well,
And
that's during
that.
the night, not the day. Come on.
Yeah, true.
You don't know. There could be day bats. I don't know how
No.
this world works.
I'm pretty sure there's no day bats.
I mean, it's permanent,
Wait,
it's
actually, now I
permanent
want to.
overcast, right?
Yes, it is overcast.
I want to search that up. Are
The answer is
there-
actually yes.
Oh.
See? Not too far out of the realm of
You
possibility.
type faster than I do.
Damn. Okay.
See,
Well, I
I
stand
knew it.
corrected.
Instant transmission.
You know what? I probably should have pulled this up because I have a document for it somewhere, but what is everyone's passive perceptions out of curiosity?
12.
13.
13.
Also 13.
Okay.
9.
Ooh,
Damn.
Oh, buddy.
14.
Yours is worse than Dan's, and I thought his was bad. God damn.
I have no idea why I got. Is it because of the fact that I have a fucking wisdom of -1? Like, why is it so
Yeah, that'd
bad?
be
Yeah.
it.
It is that.
Draco, if it
I know I
helps,
should've
I
put-
have advantage on smelling and hearing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That helps
very
to pass it.
specific.
I mean, that would be if you're
that-
looking for it, but I suppose I could give that to you.
Heavy.
It's just boosted up to 14, I guess.
Okay.
I
cool, we
have
both know how to
smell. Mine's just smelling though. Up to
You got
6
six-
miles away.
Yeah, you're better.
I smell everything.
Is that thy lane?
So, like, would you recognize a scent that you smelled before? Actually, I feel like there's too many scents on top of each other with all of you in Dan's hut, plus Henrietta herself. So,
Ah,
that's an interesting thought that I just had.
I smell purple.
Fucking what?
But,
I can smell numbers.
oh no.
Synesthesia?
Oh, yeah.
We're having synesthesia moment?
I guess so. So, as you all are moving, first thing you notice is when you get to this fork in the road here, you see the carriage that Strahd mentioned, and I just need to grab this really quick to give you a description of the carriage as you see it before you. There you are, areas of Barovia. This one is... Here you are. Nope, H. There we go. Even here in the mountains, the forest and the fog are inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two, widening towards the east. There you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare. Parked at the fork in the road, pointed east, is a large black carriage drawn by 2 black horses. The horses snort puffs of steamy breath into the chill mountain air. The side door of the carriage swings open silently. I'd imagine at this point Dan has the hut stopped so you can see this. Although he's pretty sure, unless you've suddenly decided to change your mind, you're just going to ignore this for now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you note the carriage is there. If you ever want to see Strahd, you know exactly where he left it.
Can you put a little icon on the map?
Sure. I mean, technically on the GM's layer, I have 2 horses there, but I will put a proper icon on here. Let's go with a nice black to emphasize the carriage. That black dot and some text. Let's go with that and make it a little bit bigger. How about a 40? Maybe I should make this bold. That's a very thin text.
Yeah, with all these little dashes too in the map.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. By the way, the dashes that are on the map are topography. So, like, this is a very hilly area. And
The
maybe...
directions of the dash is the slope of the hill.
Mm-hmm. Why did that not change the... Okay, you know what? Fine. Fine, game. I will retype the whole message, because you don't want to give me the ability to change its color immediately.
Meanwhile, I'm just trying to draw a horse.
Oh, is that what's going on over there?
Wow. Gotcha.
No, I mean I just saw I just saw little things like popping up on the map. I didn't know someone was drawing a horse, but it
I'm
actually
drawing
does
a
look.
horse.
It does look
Yeah,
like a horse, which is
It
even
does.
funnier.
It's pretty... It's a small horse,
It-
but
it
it
does-
does look horse.
It does. It looks pretty good. I'm not dissing the the artisticness of it. I just didn't know what was going on up there.
It is
Fair,
better
fair.
than if I drew a horse. By a mile.
I'm used to drawing on by mouse. I know I tried time drawing, like, with my tablet on the, like, I think Roll20 at one point.
You know what? I'm going to put the text up there, and I'm going to move our... Hold on, let me grab both. No, I don't want Henrietta 2. I just want my... You know what? We'll move the horse. And then I'll move the dot, because it is deciding to be very mean with my dot. There we go. Perfect. And we'll grab them, move them just a little bit further over to, like, right here. There.
There, now there's,
Perfect.
now it's a carriage. It has wheels.
Perfect.
Live art.
Excellent.
Alright, you also see the gate that you saw when you first came in here. It is identical to that gate in every way. It opens, you walk through, and it booms shut behind you. And you make your way to the old windmill. Right down the road. And I'm going to reveal just a bit more now since you're over here. Oh wait, that's the polygon reveal. I wanted just the old flat. There's some nice little trees over here. I'll probably reveal a bit more once you get further north, but for right now, that's all you see. Dan pulls you all aside before you step out to the windmill. Now, I don't know if any of you want to peruse her wares or anything, but I did have something I wanted to discuss with her. A sort of deal, if you will. Are any of you good with negotiation, by any chance? Not very charismatic. I'm smart, I can plan, but I'm not very, contract savvy.
Kardak just looks over. What do you need?
Alright, well, I suppose if I tell you this, it might ruin her business, and that might be a bad thing, but I suppose I could... I guess... I'm trying to negotiate for a sort of ceasefire, I suppose. Like, we won't mess with each other's businesses while I'm in the area, sort of dealy. I'm also going to...
Okay.
Me and Dave are going to switch clothes. And we're going to keep the same name so we can try and trick them into believing one of us is the other. It's a bit complicated. How... I'm just going to come out with it at this point. How much do you know about hags? It'll make this a lot easier if I know that. Arcana.
Enough to make conversation.
If anyone wants to know a bit more than that, you can roll an Arcana check.
Fuck it, I'll try it. Enough to make conversation!
Alright.
Yep.
Same, apparently.
So we'll start with
I got it.
Kai, because Kai has a...
No clue.
So, hags, you don't know too much about them. However, you do know in Thylea, sea hags are a thing. They're pretty grotesque, they hate beautiful things, and they destroy them. But you also know that the Fates, are hags themselves that prophesize about all of the various different prophecies, like the one your father participated in, was given to Versailles through the Fates. So, you know that for certain from your country's lore.
Oh yeah. My dad rejected one.
Yep, I was about to say that. That's all we know about hags.
Meanwhile, Kardak and Bolt, hags are, for the most part, fey creatures. There are some that are fiends, but you don't know, like, the differentiators, but there's some that live in mountains, some live in forests. There are others that live in the sea. I guess it'd be more religion for that bit of information. But you also know they are fond of, well, fond isn't the right word. They make covens, which is groups of at least 3 hags to become more powerful. And that's what you know for a 20. Alright, so... Morgantha and her daughters are a very specific type of hag. They pretend to be human, he uses air quotes, so that they can sell their pastries and go about in polite society in the villages. But in actuality, they are fiendish creatures that feed off the misery of others. Which is probably why they sell their pastries, because if you get people addicted enough to an addictive substance, they get miserable without it. I imagine that's the cornerstone of their entire business.
Wait, so you're saying she's the one that sold us these pies?
Oh, you actually bought some of Morgantha's pies. Raul, didn't you tell them they were addictive?
I
Uh,
did, but they decided to take the free samples. I couldn't really stop them.
I didn't take shit.
I didn't
I
take
was
nothing either. We saw the social cue from Raul.
All
That
right.
was
I was a
supposed
bit
to be a
disappointed.
social cue.
He was shaking and sweating, so yeah.
So, yes, the dream pastries are highly addictive. I don't know how they make them exactly, but I do know that I have seen Raul and several other people give lots away for those pastries. I imagine, like I said, because they feed on despair, that the cornerstone of their business is getting people nice and addicted to the pastries and feeding off when they are in their lows, hankering for the next craving. I'd recommend you don't eat any more, but it's totally your choice, and He stops for a moment and flinches. I don't want to impede on their business right now, as I want to make a deal for safety, so that I don't have to worry about hags coming through my door. Normally, witches and hags do not get along. We like revealing them to public and dealing with them sometimes ourselves. But I need to be smart about this and be safe while I'm in the neighborhood. So the crux of why I want to make this deal and what I want to accomplish with it is I want them to believe that Dave is me and that I am Dave. That way, I have a nice little loophole here when I make the deal saying, oh, I will never hurt you, and you and your daughters won't attack me, and we'll have a nice little happy coexistence. I want there to be a loophole, because eventually, I do plan on taking them out. I'd like, if you would be willing to take that job from me, I would like you to assist me, but that is a much later thing. No offense, I don't think you're quite ready to take on a coven of night hags.
Much it pays.
Well, we'll have to see once we get there, of course, for the actual payment. I'm thinking I'll probably give you some potions and a coin reward, of course.
What exactly am I about to be telling them? Just give me the lowdown.
So, I would like to basically go about this. Like, if I were the one to be negotiating this, I'd say, I have taken down night hags before. It wouldn't be easy, but I could destroy them. And likewise, they could probably destroy me if they put their minds to it. So, instead of making us either side have to go through that exhausting trial, we could just agree to not attack each other and live in a sort of peace. It's basically the vibe I'm trying to put down. Maybe you can...
You want a ceasefire. Basically, they don't bother you, you don't bother them. You don't impede on either your guys' business, and you will leave them alone.
Exactly. I leave them alone, they leave me alone. We all get to peddle our potions or pies or whatever it is we're doing.
To be fair, it is you both are running two different kinds of businesses, so if that helps out your case.
Yes, but like I said, hags and witches have a bit of an ancient history. My order specifically, the Coven of the Visions of the Half Moon, we like revealing corrupt lies that people hide. And hags love lying and hiding who they truly are. So we bump heads very frequently. So
So aren't you contradicting yourself doing this?
Technically speaking, our businesses have nothing to do with each other, but there is definitely going to be some bad blood once they realize what I am and what I stand for. But if we can make this deal happen, that won't have to be an issue for anybody.
Alright,
there's-
so if they're lying by omission or something, would that be okay with you? Or would that be a problem?
I mean, what they don't know won't hurt them. I mean, it might in the later road, but they don't have to know that, is the thing.
No, I'm talking about if they are lying by omission instead of outright lying.
Oh,
A lie by omission can lead to something horrible. Actually, I kind of agree with Baxi of the Abbey here.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to not tell us things. Like,
From what I know of hags, they're gonna definitely try to leave anything out. So, what I would suggest, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree, get it in writing and make it as fine, detailed as possible.
The main thing, another very crucial point in the whole point of me and Dave changing our clothes, is that Dave does not have the witch-like abilities that I do. He and I have the exact same knowledge, but he was never quite apt at utilizing it. And Dave says, yeah, I could never quite get the spell casting done. I'm really good with potions, though. So, with that in mind, I want to let them know that Dave is not a threat. He can't cast, and therefore he should not be included in the deal, as he would never even possibly be able to hurt them, so why should he be bound by this contract?
But you're going to have Dave be you so that you are not legally bound by this contract.
Correct. Because I can hurt them. And I don't want the contract getting in the way when I finally decide to pull the trigger.
Wait, I thought this was supposed to be a ceasefire.
Yes, but he wants it to be a ceasefire until he's good and ready to properly actually deal with them.
I can see where you're going with this. And, well, it will be a ceasefire, but it's also not one. Not gonna lie, I actually kind of like that idea.
Yes,
because they think you are him and he is you. That's also a good way to get around what I suggested. Everything's legally binding, but to the wrong person.
Exactly. And knowing myself, I don't think I could quite sell that. It's a great idea.
And that
execution is where it falls short, on my end.
And that's where you need someone like me, who can talk to them, be completely neutral on the subject, and display ignorance of, hey, I was just the middleman. I am not I'm not part of this.
All right. I'm glad we.
Bard's right here.
Yeah.
But did you suggest yourself to be the one to talk?
Yeah, you didn't speak up, to be fair.
Fair.
I guess another quick question I'll ask Dan.
Mhm.
Well, ask Dan and Kardak. So, do you want all of us around, or do you think it would be better if it's just a small group going to negotiate?
I think it would be better for it to be a smaller group. Because I don't want them thinking I'm strong-arming them into this by having a big old group. Me and Kardak and of course Dave are going to go in there to properly negotiate. You're all here joining me as we make our way to Valaki. Nothing untoward.
Okay, so if things do go south, will you guys have a way to let the rest of us know, just in case we need to step in and help get you out?
Oh, actually, I think I do. He digs around in his bag for a bit, and he pulls out a blue stone. 2 blue stones, in fact. These are sending stones. I do have the sending spell, but you don't have any way to contact me without me contacting you first. These stones remedy that. Also, it was something I wanted to bring up when we actually got to Valaki, but now seems like a good time. Since I have... He gestures at all around you to Henrietta. Henrietta here, I can basically be a mobile potion shop, so if at any point you're away from Valaki after everything's all said and done and you need to buy some potions or anything, you can just send me a little message and I'll be right over. I mean, obviously, depending on where you are, time frames may vary, but I'll let you know I'm on the way. But for right now, it's
That's a little.
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
That's a little handy little thing.
Originally, I kept these so that me and Dave could keep in contact when I went out to gather herbs for the potions, but I feel like this is also a really valuable use and something I wanted to test out as a possible business venture, the mobile potion shop. And it's a pretty good, well, not lie, but a good story to sell if the devil ever gets curious why I've done this. Simply say, oh, I'm trying out a new business thing with the mobile potion shop.
I'll
You
grab
do
the
realize
sending stone.
you're also lying by omission as much as the hags at this point, right?
I mean, yes, but... I mean, my old friend Moa would be pissed off at me, but Moa isn't here, so... And technically, I'm not lying. I'm just not giving out certain information.
I mean, having you around would be very, very useful, so thank you.
Absolutely. It's the least I can do
You're
for
a good-
And if you're with us, you can do the second part of what we're gonna need to do.
Yes. Obviously, I don't want to be outwardly fighting the devil yet, but certainly, I can certainly sell potions. It's just business.
You're a good friend.
Thank you, I do try. Alright. I think it's just about showtime. And Henrietta lies down on the ground, and... Do you guys want to wait outside Henrietta or wait inside while they make the deal?
Above game. Keep the car running! Keep the car running!
Do you want to keep the car running and just stay inside?
Yeah.
And
That
hold on.
does
We run out
sound-
like Indiana.
Huh?
We run out like Indiana Jones. Jump! Start the engine!
Exactly.
This is a very interesting shaped car.
It sure is.
I know Henrietta
It runs
doesn't
on
have any
puppy
like
power.
dog. I know Henrietta doesn't have dog ears, but that's where you would like scratch in order to get the engine starting.
Yes, exactly.
Just little ear scritches.
I pitch whistle.
Right, and let me, before I move you over to the windmill proper, let's see, what area is this? H, no, I, J, K, L. Was it L? No, that's the lake.
Also, Draco, real quick. Before Dan, in character, before Dan would leave, Bolt would just say, "By the way, while you're gone, you mind if I look at your library?"
Oh, sure, go ahead.
And he'll just start digging through books.
Let's see. What chapter is... There it is, okay. Approaching the windmill. So, the old Savalish Woods transitions here from a winding path through the Balanok Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake. Its waters dark and still. A branch in the road leads west to a promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. The onion-domed edifice leans forward to one side, as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above you, above the door, is a raven. It hops and squawks at you, seemingly agitated. And this is as you are approaching the windmill. And let me take you to here. I did put all of your tokens on this map just so you could see the windmill proper, the art here. Yep, I can get... Come on, Roll20, cooperate with me here. There we go. And that is the windmill that you see. And I will move the three of you to the map, so you can see the windmill. And I've also given them their name tags there, so you can properly see who is where. Oh wait, let me swap them actually. There we go.
I'm like, hey look, it's Dan in his season 1 outfit.
Yeah. It's been a bit since I wore this. I don't know what the deal is with that raven up there, but unfortunately we have some business, so don't think we can give you the proper mind.
Real quick, Dan, what dialects do you speak?
I speak... Let me look at his languages. I know Sylvan is one of them. Common Elvish Sylvan.
Dang. I do speak Draconic Giant and, of course, Common. I was trying to use that to try to get away from...
Well, I do actually have a solution here. He taps his helmet that he's wearing. Well, Dave taps the helmet, actually, that's on there. Here's the thing. If he's not wearing it, but he's still attuned to it, can he use the magic item? That is an interesting question. I think you'd have to be actually wearing it, so... For the sake...
Dave would have to have it, yeah.
Yeah, so for the sake of making this all work properly, and Dave wearing the entire outfit, he's going to be attuned to everything. He'll explain, this helmet here is a helmet of detect thoughts. I can see into people's thoughts with it, and if someone allows me in that way, I can communicate telepathically using it.
Which obviously you two can do easily. Alright. I'm going to let you in on what I'm gonna do to help you out. Like, and Dave would hear in his mind, tell your brother I'm going to call, as much as I know this before I defend him, I'm gonna call him as a plain, like a normal wizard, just to help make it where there's no ill will between you two.
I suppose we could do that. but-
Again, it's the lie of omission. But it's the only way we're going to be able to make sure that nothing bad happens for this. We got to if you want one of these deals to go right, you have to have leave as much off the table as possible.
I suppose that's fair. And Dave will, let's see, he has to cast the detect thoughts with the helmet. So he'll do that for you to get that conversation out. And then he will do the detect thoughts on Dan to explain it. So after explaining it, he will break the detect thoughts with Dan, and then connect detect thoughts again to you, Kardak. It's a spell save DC 13, but I imagine you're not going to fight it since this is a way to tell.
No, like this is like he's a net or of course fail.
Alright, so you now have a telepathic link with Dave to properly discuss anything once you get in there properly. Alright, well... Oh, goodness, who could it be? I'm just about to sit at... Oh! Hello, gentlemen. Goodness, I wasn't expecting anyone. How can I help you? Oh, pleasure to make your acquaintance, ma'am. My name is Dave. This is my twin brother, Dan. And, oh, wait. Hold on. Reverse that. This is a very confusing plan, to be fair, so I flopped it. My name is Dan. This is my brother, Dave. We were hoping to discuss something with you. We're new to the area, and we just moved in, and we wanted to say hello, be neighborly, and discuss some proper business. We have, would we classify you as a lawyer? Kardak, in this instance, or deal maker?
I would say more of a liaison, if anything. I was just asked to converse this and make sure this is a witness. Ironically enough, my mother used to do the same thing for most of our tribe. And you notice he's actually speaking more like dignified than he was speaking a minute ago. Like more confidently.
Alright, I suppose we can have a chat before I set out to sell my wares. Ophelia! Bella, we have some business to attend to. Come down, girls. And you hear some grumbling from upstairs as two women descend down the stairs. They are not lookers. They seem to take after
Is
their
one of
mother.
them? Is one of them the one that sold me the pie?
Well, Morgantha's the one that sold you the pie. The mom.
Okay.
Well, let's, you'll have to forgive the mess. We still need to clean up a bit.
Trust me, ma'am, it's more than fair. We Dragonborn are many things. Sticklers for cleanliness is not one of them.
Ah, well, that's good. Well, come in, come in. I'll just move you in, because Can you move through that door properly? It's in a bit of a weird spot, so I want to make sure you can move your token through.
Yes, I can. I'm still on Dave, so I'm just gonna put it right here.
Okay. Up. There we go. And, Dan will close the door. All right, gentlemen, what is this about business?
Well, cut to the chase, ma'am. Which, by the way, your pies are fantastic. I slept so well the other night.
Ah, I knew I recognized you. Yes, they are quite good.
My friends here are potion sellers of their own right, and as it stands right now, they want to make sure that your businesses don't really clash, as it were, if that makes sense.
I mean, I suppose it does in a sense, but our businesses are widely different from each other. I sell pastries, you sell potions. Dave, Dan, how would we have competition with each other? I just don't get it.
From what I'm able to understand, it's just in case something happens, they just want to have it in writing. That's like, they're not going to bother you. You're not going to bother them. They just wanted to make sure that everything is on the up and up with you guys. They don't want any ill will, and that's why they asked me to help you out.
Not very neighborly, but I suppose I could see the appeal of getting that in writing. Kardec, I need you to roll a persuasion.
Come on, +6. Come on, +6. 21, baby!
Alright, I suppose that's fair. Go ahead.
He is putting on as much charm as he possibly can.
Alright, do any of you have a parchment quill? Yes, actually, I do right here, and he'll put a piece of parchment in a quill. Alright, so let's see, I guess we'll write in something along the lines of I, Morgantha, my 2 daughters, Ophelia and Bella, shall abstain from doing anything that might hinder the business of Dave and Dan, and Dave and Dan, you two won't interfere with our business either. Dave will look to Kardec.
I believe that is the terms, yes?
Well,
Anything you'd like to add, Dave? Or Dan, sorry. Twin brothers. I can barely tell them apart myself.
That's fair. It's very subtle difference, but I don't see necessarily why Dave would need to see. I myself am a wizard of pretty solid power, of course. I understand why I would need to sign, but Dan, he's only good at making potions. I just don't see how he could be any problem to your works. No offense to my twin brother, of course, he's amazing with crafting potions. It's just he never quite was able to get the hang of magic. Oh dear, that's so sad. Well, I mean, I'm an old hand at magic myself. Maybe we could make another deal. About getting your brother some magic, The two of them will look at each other. Very subtle glance. Something to think about later, perhaps. Let's stay on the task at hand. Right, Kardec?
Yes. So, anything that you would, or either of you would like to add to this? This would be the perfect place to put it now, as soon.
Yes, I think this is good. Let me just put the old signature on here. And she'll hand the quill to Ophelia, to Bella, and then Bella will hand it to Dan, air quotes, who will sign as such. And Bella will chime in. I don't know, this seems a little fishy that one of you isn't signing. I'm not sure I trust this all that much.
If it's any consolation to you, like, I don't think that Dave will be a problem. As he mentioned, he's not versed in magic. He's only helping assist making the potions, and well, it's better that he's left out of it for the terms of his safety, I'm assuming.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't want things to get messy.
And you'll have my signature on there as a like I said at the beginning, you'll have my signature there as a mediator. I am putting my name on this as well as he is.
Right, and will you be bound by the contract to not get in our business either? Or is this just an
Of
officiator?
course.
Okay.
I'm just the officiator. I'm just the one that, like I said, they asked me to come and help just to make sure that everything was signed by a witness to say that nothing fishy has happened.
Alright. Belloff, I guess that's fine. Ophelia? I suppose we've already signed at this point. Alright, well then. Ladies, gentlemen, let me just... She taps the contract with her hand, and it seems to duplicate in front of your eyes. We'll take this one, and you can have that. To make sure we both have exactly what
That
we
is a
need.
That is a very, very impressive magic spell. Like, I wish that I had that from when I was helping my mother do this stuff when I was a kid. I was the one in charge actually writing out the contracts, you see.
Ah. I'm a very crafty old
Sometimes it did
lady.
take a while.
I would imagine, yes. This just is significantly more convenient, and I have an old trick or two up my sleeve. Well,
Alright.
no, you first, dearie.
I believe all the signatures are at hand, is that correct?
Yes, I believe so. Now, I have to go about selling my pastries. You know what, Dave, Dan? As a sign of good faith, why don't you two have a pastry on the house? You know, I could also give you a keg of my witch's brew ale I've been working on, also as a sign of good faith. We'll just have to roll it in here, of course. Oh, that sounds positively delightful. And they, each of them pick out a pastry. And, we'll just really quick do this. We'll say you go back and, transport the keg for them. And I will have to update their stock to, mirror that.
I'm going to say, like, above game. I was gonna, if you didn't say that was delightful, Karnak hearing Witch's Brew Ale kind of tensed for a second. Because he did, like, he's like, wait, what? Oh no, that might give away the play.
Hmm.
But then He's not gonna say anything other unless it's brought up.
She'll roll an insight on you. And I guess roll a deception. You have to beat a 16.
Damn it!
That's a very interesting name, Witch's Brew. Why did you call it that, I wonder? Dave begins to sweat as Dan does. Oh, well, it's nothing but a name, really. It just seemed like a creative name. I was struggling to come up with the name properly for it. So, Witch's Brew seemed like a fun little name. That's all. And now I will have, Kim roll deception.
This is going great, guys.
He's not good at it. Hardek, do you want to chime in to assist, or...?
From what I've, if I may, like from what I've heard, that's a common thing. I believe my father said that was a common thing around the Feywild. This Witch's Brew stuff. He visited there before I was born.
Interesting. I'll give him advantage. Thank God for advantage.
That's
That's
intimidate.
a 14.
I'm going to. I was gonna say like the assistance that was neat.
Draco, wrong roll.
Wrong roll, Draco.
Oh, whoops, that's intimidation.
That was intimidation.
Whoops.
That didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's still a +0, I'm pretty sure, but we'll roll it again. Deception. Oh, that's worse. That's so much worse.
Can I roll deception to try to cover for that? Because
No, you
he meant.
you gave him advantage.
Do you want to burn your inspiration, buddy?
It
Roll a
doesn't
nat
matter
one.
if she rolled a nat 1. It's still
Oh.
more than his 6, but it's also a nat 1.
Like, Kardek's telling the truth. Dave isn't. And he said, like, I'm sure Dan had no ill will to you or anyone else when he made a name. I mean, it's a name after all. Like I said, according to my father, really popular on the Feywild.
An interesting name all the same. Well,
Now, I believe it's time for us to bid you adieu, so we can let you onto your selling. I definitely am going to have another. Like, these are such good pies. Like, again, best sleep I've had in years.
we do our best. Their secret is they're made with love.
My grandmother would love you. I can tell you that. That's her secret as well.
All the best bakers use it. You see Ophelia and Bella roll their eyes. They look to be
In
about...
Dave's
age.
head, he hears, "Get the fuck out of here."
You saw Dave, like, attempting to touch the side of his helmet, but when you say get the fuck out of here, he will hesitate and... Yes, well, we need to get things properly set up and moved in. We hope you ladies have a pleasant day. And he will open the door and leave. And I imagine you close the door behind you.
Yes. And he sees the raven, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again in his head, not a word until we get into the hut.
Right.
The-
Right. Both Dan and Dave force a smile as you make your way back towards Henrietta. And you walk inside. And as you do... Dan,
Well, that almost ended horribly.
Yes. What?
I don't drink, but I really could use one right now.
You know what? I think I still have a keg. I think we all need a drink.
But good news, everybody. It happened. We're like, the deal is made, and we have the contract right here. Thank God thank God my father has traveled. I could throw him under the bus at least a couple times around here, and people will believe it.
Now let's get the hells out of here before they change their minds or something.
Agreed.
And Henrietta moves forward. I will say now that... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, above Gabe, he totally made up the Witch's Brew thing being a good trait of the Feywild, because he's like, you know what? I'm going to say this and hope that it sticks, because fuck it, we need to make sure this is a way to beat this.
Alright. And you continue to make your way down the road. Unfortunately not down by the river. The river was back a ways. I will say, while you're traveling with Dan in the hut, something you didn't quite notice before. They're above the mantelpiece. I guess in the swing of things you never quite paid attention to it, but above the mantelpiece there seems to be a peg leg. You have no idea what the story behind that is.
Yeah, but I'll bite. By the by, what is that? What is that?
Dan and Dave will smile at each other. Oh, a memento from my first adventure. It's a bit of a long story, but I'd absolutely be willing to tell it. If you're ready to listen.
I feel we have time.
Alright. So, I guess it might seem a bit strange to start here, but I think it's important for the motivation for why we went forward. Me and Dave, we were orphans. We never knew our birth parents. But the woman who raised us, Granny Jo, found us in the wood and took care of us. We don't know if our mother or father got attacked by bandits on the road and they left us, or if they just abandoned us there, but Granny Jo raised us like her own children. And we were happy for a time. We lived in an idyllic hut in the woods of Red Larch, where we helped people by making potions, and Granny Jo would occasionally help people with advice. But that sadly changed one day. You see, a hag that now we know as a night hag, named Peggy Deadbells, came to town one day, and she lied to the people there, fed them misinformation, made them believe that Granny Jo was something she wasn't. And they became an angry mob. Granny Jo told us to hide in the woods, while she tried to speak with the people to make them see reason. She believed she could do it, but unfortunately she was wrong. I still remember the fires. I remember The animals mourning with us, Dave chimes in. But that's in the past now. The two of us managed to live off the land for a time on our own at the tender age of 8. But eventually, the other witches of Granny Joe's coven found us. And they took us in and taught us the ways of witchcraft. Like we said before, Dave unfortunately couldn't quite get the hang of magic, but I did. And we were brought into the fold. And we had one very important duty that we needed to take care of before anything else. The entirety of our coven was working on getting revenge for Granny Joe. We looked all over, searching for her. I joined a group of adventurers on their way to Schultz because I heard a rumor that there was a hag in that area. This story will get a lot longer if I go through everything that happened in Schultz, but we made some friends, and we went on a lot of adventures. Eventually we found our way to Omu, where we learned that Peggy had joined a coven of her own, called the Sohn Sisters. Our friends and us, and all of us, fought against them. The 3 hags. I managed to get the final blow on Peggy. Dan smiles, beaming with pride. And we discovered something else while we were there. 3 children, their souls trapped in the bodies of dolls. We adopted them, my friends and I. We eventually found a way to return them to a better form for them. With the power of the harvest god Ashanti, we managed to turn them into squashlings, and Dan looks down to the ground, and so does Dave. It's been 6 months since I've seen my boy Clay. I miss him. I didn't think this would take so long. But
I'm assuming you have the same regrets of not saying yes right away that I did.
But,
You know,
mhm.
it's funny. Like I said, if I was a weaker person, I probably would have taken him up on that offer. At least tried to. But something about everything that he was saying just didn't add up. When something is too good to be true and all that, you know?
Absolutely. That's very smart of you, and I don't blame you for not taking him up on that deal. We certainly didn't. As much as I miss Clay, we can't just
Ignore
let
that.
Strahd get away with what he's done to my friends, my family.
And as much as I miss my family, it's not the first time that someone in it has turned down the offer of what someone could be called a god, apparently.
Oh, Dan will look
Like, this same time, Kardec tells him the story that he heard about his father, about the King in Yellow and everything. It's because of that exact him saying those words to that being that I said no. Because who am I to call myself his son if I can't do the same just because it's an easy way out?
It's very wise.
Get that from my mom. I love my father to death, don't get me wrong, but he was more of a funny person than a thinker.
Mm. I know the type. Oh, this actually looks like a good spot to lay the house down. I don't want to have it too close to Valaki, because, well, people will ask questions if we march a hut into the village, I'm sure. This seems like a pretty good spot to lay down roots. Henrietta? He taps the side of the house. It's time to set things down, girl. And, the house is a smooth ride most of the time, but the house starts to shake a little bit now, as, if you look at the windows, you see Henrietta digging in the ground very excitedly, throwing lots and lots of dirt all over the place as she sets up a nice little hole to settle down in. And, once it's ready, she, climbs in after walking around a little bit to check her work, and, just like before, you can't even tell that there's a dog body underneath where the hut is.
I made this joke when we first were in the first campaign, but it still pertains today. By the power of moonlight, I have risen, bark bark.
There we go. And let's put her on the GM layer for now. Oop. Shit, I didn't mean to move the road. Actually, yeah, I guess that's a good place for the text. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Does anyone have anything else they want to say before you continue the rest of the way on foot?
I would like to, I guess, between the time of the meeting and the ride over, if enough time allows, can I request Zio his services?
Let me take a quick look-see to see how long the path is. Like, how long does it take Zio to do, the
It's
thing?
an hour.
Okay. And let's see, I have a very specific, very nice table that I found online that tells me travel distances from everywhere. So let me grab that really quick. Where are you? There you are. Strahd stuff, travel distances. So you went from the old windmill to Valaki is a... Well, I guess you're going at like a fast pace. Because obviously Henrietta's moving at a faster pace than you would be walking. So that's like an hour and 48 minutes to get from the windmill all the way to Valaki, and you're stopping at like a halfway point. But if you want to tell Dan to hold up for a little bit so you can do that, he wouldn't mind waiting while you get this properly sorted.
It's probably going to take more than an hour because he has a process.
Okay. Well, he looks
He'll-
outside, and it's like about noon at this point. Actually, you partied with the Vistani for a bit. So, we'll say that's like late afternoon at this point. You can probably get to Valaki before night. Even if you take like a few hours.
I mean, if everyone's okay with it, I would like to request this item.
Which item?
It is a special weapon. If no one has objections to waiting a couple hours for it to be made.
I don't see why not.
That's why I was asking, like, if it was like during like the ride or like the meeting, because
I mean, I suppose.
Dan and Dave have been like entertaining people with like a story.
Yeah, I mean, between if he started doing it while you were at the windmill, up and then the rest of the travel, that meeting probably wasn't super long, but he could be like most of the way done with it, I think. If that's what he was working on this entire time.
So he most likely will have like a piece of paper asking for like dimensions, size, what do you want it to look like. He'll be drawing it up and doing like all the dimensions and like sketches of it before he actually starts it.
Raul will pull out a small black journal, which looks like charred and a very weird texture. He'll flip through some of the pages. It's like written very like weirdly, but he'll point to a page of the with like this strange and unique weapon, which seems to function as both a hammer and a sword.
Hmm. And about how big do you want it?
Probably the size of I believe it's like a mall. And Raul will hand the longsword as like, this will be the base, and I'll drop off the black silver. We can use this as well, and I'll take off the helmet off of Antonius, and we can use this as well.
I just got that.
Do you want me to keep using it as a bell on your
Nope,
head?
nope, 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 nope.
Thank you for holding on to it, though. I appreciate it.
Sticks, claw middle finger.
Raul's actually looking at you with like a little bit of like a tiny bit of hurt before you flip. Well, after you flip him off, because like before he was being genuine, like, oh, thank you for holding on to it. But then when you flip him off, he just kind of gets that like flat face again, just like, oh, the one like thinking the one time I try to be nice.
Theo will stare at Antonius and point a finger. Hey, none of that.
You saw nothing.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so you have the material, got basically what it wanted to look like. That's at least enough to get started. It should be done within the hour.
Thank you.
That gives us an hour to figure ourselves out. What kind of music are you in the mood for?
Whatever you think is best. You are the artist after all.
Should I pretend to pull out my quote-unquote lute, or should I actually take out my ocarina and play some random notes?
I mean, whatever you feel.
For the sake of... I'll just pretend, imagine it for the time being.
Alright.
Also, hella slight
oh
on
my
a
gosh.
board game.
Every time Zio actually does this ritual,
Mm-hmm.
he's actually singing the Uncle Iroh song.
Hello, side note. Above game, I drew a little thing.
I actually have the words for it too.
It's the twin Zenkar deck.
I love it. Hold on. I'm gonna copy that link and put it in chat so everyone can see this.
It's still hella whipped, but also
Yeah, it's only a whip right now, but yeah. Alright, and so
I appreciate this because I am that much of a ham. I love fan art of anybody or anything I make.
mm-hmm.
I was trying to do the the hands gesture hands GIF thing meme. You know what I'm talking about?
The Will Smith meme.
Yes, that one. But I don't think I wasn't referencing it, so I don't think I have the it's not as emphasizing, but
Yeah, I gotcha. You know, so Zio, we know you do the humming, but what exactly is the process you do for crafting? Like, you don't have a forge, obviously, but
So with this one, I actually did some research on it. It actually summons like a magical like anvil, but I also have smith tools with me, so I just basically just put it on the anvil and just start just hammering the entire time.
okay. Dan's definitely gonna watch with some genuine interest because he's never seen someone do this before, and to put it mildly, he's a bit of a nerd about magic. He is interested in all things magical.
only a bit of a nerd.
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
Him and Dave. But another thing I want to put out, while you're working with it and using your ritual, you do learn a bit more about the metal itself, black silver. So for all intents and purposes, it is silver. Anything that has a weakness to silver is going to take damage from this. However, the reason why it is black is because, unbelievably, somehow oil has been mixed into the metal itself on a, for lack of a better term, on a molecular level. So if someone were to hit this with fire, it would burst into flames. If you made an armor out of this metal, it would be like when someone hits someone with a fire spell. It would be like if they casted heat metal on them simply from hitting with like a firebolt, or by dropping a torch on them. But because you're making a weapon, and it's only the head of the weapon, it uses heat metal on the head of the weapon, which will do an additional 2d4 of fire damage if it is set on fire. However, it will be on fire. So you'll have to try and put that out if that happens and you're done with combat.
Very weird seeing how I can do that, Draco.
Mm-hmm.
You just gave me the boom hammer, I guess.
Kind of. I gave you fire paper from Bloodborne. You just have to, have someone shoot a fire spell at your hammer and not hit you.
Or Crimson Right.
Or Crimson Right, that would also work.
Oh.
You basically have it on lock. Like, I knew what I wanted to do with Black Silver as I read it, because the module I got it from does not have an explanation for it. And it made the most sense. Yeah, you hit it with a fire spell, it bursts into flames. I'm like, this would be really useful as a weapon. Imagine if you
The
made
advanced
silver
version
armor.
of heat metal.
Yeah. Imagine if you made armor out of this. That would suck.
Bolt is still buried in books.
Yeah, but Zio will once he's like in the process, if anybody like has questions or anything about it, he'll like tries to answer the best he can.
That's an impressive sword.
Yeah. It was Rose actually designed. I'm guessing from his little book that he had.
Yeah. Raul will kind of hand you the journal, Bolt. This this diagram has been in the journal for as long as I can remember. This journal actually has a lot of random information that I'm not really don't really remember, but it is useful information. Like there are prices, like there are like prices on like wolf hide, wolf meat. There's like weird text written in like a different language that's I don't think you would be able to understand. There's like diagrams. However, on the very first page, let me see if I can find it. I guess on the inside of the cover, it just says written, "What a horrible night to have a curse."
But I've mostly been doing this for a long time. I actually made well, when I was younger, I used to be in Thailand's military. Got to a certain rank, and then my son joined. And when I retired, I also was making their weapons still. And he will actually pull out his mace that he has on the side as there's a crack going down it. That was my son's.
I can download this.
Always try to make the next one better than next weapon better than the next. Same with the armor, shields, or anything I could think of. As long as I can make something to keep people from getting hurt or not being able to defend themselves, then I know I'm doing the right job.
Thank you, Zio.
No problem. As he starts getting finished with it, he'll hand it to you and explain to you what the silver does.
Bro, we'll just take a couple test swings and just like pretty much effortlessly switch between the sword and hammer function. Like basically using the weapon like he's done it before. And then I'll just sheath it on my back.
All right.
Thank you very much.
No problem. If you guys need anything else, just let me know. As he starts packing up his smith tool and put him in his bag, and then grab the mace, put it back to his side.
All right. Let's get going. And you make your way down the old Savoie road. On your way to Valaki, before you make it quite to the village proper, or I guess it's a town would be more accurate, Vistani man seems to be looking a bit panicked all around the road, and when he sees you, he runs up to you. Excuse me, I don't know. Have you seen a little Vistana girl, about yay high, black hair? She's gone missing, and we're looking for her.
No. Any like particular scent or smell on her.
He looks at you, weirded out by the question. What? What? I don't know. It's a very weird question, sir.
We have very good noses to help track things.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that's not nearly as disturbing. Anyway, I don't have anything on me of hers right now. Her name is Annabelle, or Arabelle, excuse me. Everyone in our group is looking for her around the town of Valaki. We don't have anybody looking near Lake Zarovish, to the north of town. It's a bit longer if you go around the outside, but if you go through town on the north by the lake, maybe if you wouldn't mind helping look for her, I'm sure our chief would be more than happy to reward you for saving his daughter.
Can you give us a description to help us identify them?
I just did. She's about yay high. He holds his hand like about up to his knee, maybe a little bit higher than that. She has black hair. Let me see if I can grab. Where is? No, that's Valaki. Here we go. And that would be under L. Here we go. She has alabaster white skin, raven black hair. Her eyes are a bit serious for her age. She's around 10 years old. We don't know where she got off to. Someone was supposed to be watching after her, but apparently he didn't do a very good a job, clearly.
And you said it's towards the lake?
Yes, that's the only area we don't have people looking, so it's the one blind spot.
And it's which direction?
It's up here to the north. It's a big body of water. You can't miss it. Like I said, it's probably easier if you go through Valaki, but I don't. No offense, considering how you all look, they might not let you in, and like that's no slight against you. I mean, they don't let us Vistani in either, so they're a bit judgy.
Oh, good, racist.
I mean, how long have you been in Barovia? There's a lot.
Only
here.
a couple of days.
Ah. Hey, you haven't encountered any werewolves yet.
I mean, we
Huh?
technically.
I think we all just collectively just immediately did like did a double take. What was that?
Werewolves. See, they're people that transform into either wolf or a hybrid wolf form that looks like, half wolf, half man. So people might mistake some of the more beast folk, like on your group here, as were creatures. It's not just wolves that are were creatures. Like, I've heard there are were ravens, were wolves. I think I heard about a werebear once outside of Barovia, but,
I'm above game. Hoshi, what was Snag's a were spider now, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Just like everyone did a double check. I'm like, oh, lycanthropy exists here too, huh?
Yes.
What the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
my best friend is. Yeah, I think she's half were spider.
The fuck?
What?
What?
Long story.
Ugh.
What the
Alright.
fuck did we even pop into?
So let me help you out, since you don't know about werewolves. If you're going to help with Arabelle, hopefully werewolves aren't involved. But So not only are these like half men, half wolves transform into wolves, but they are immune to all attacks from any weapon that isn't silver or magical. Magical weapons seem to do the trick, and spells seem to do the trick as well. And Kai and Zio, don't that just sound familiar?
Hmm.
That explains a lot.
Son of a bitch.
Language.
Hmm. One more time.
No, that's it's not unjustified.
Okay, so we need to get kitted out with silver. I guess, eventually.
I mean, if you're dealing with were creatures, absolutely. Like I said, magic, weapons, and spells also work, but, you know, spells are limited, I'm sure. I'm not much of a caster myself, but...
Good thing I got this thing made.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
I mean, Bolt whips out his pistol. I think I'm good.
Nice weapon. Alright, I'm gonna get back to looking in case I might have missed her around here, but... Thank you, and if you do find her, our camp is just outside Valaki to the southwest. It's up on a big hill. There's some houses around it, and one big grouping of our wagons at the very top. You can't miss it.
We will do our best.
Thank you. Oh, probably tell you the names of our leaders. They are brothers. One is Luvash and his brother Aragal.
And what's the name of the child? Oh, never mind, Annabelle. Never mind.
Arabelle.
Arabelle. Well, luckily I have not done this today. He will pull out his warhammer and say a few words and use Blessing of the Forge to turn his weapon into a +1 magical weapon.
Okay.
I'm going to sacrifice the AC bonus for the attack.
Well, hey, if you encounter any werewolves, you're set for them. Or were-ravens. Or were-spiders. Or were-rats. Or boars. Who knows?
Kai would probably know Zio by now. He knows he wants to help the child, and he just starts walking.
And the Vistana will continue his search in this section of the woods. Eventually he's going to make his way down the road and see the hut that wasn't there before and be a little weirded out by that, but you know what? That's not his concern right now.
I just it's like I just love that I was able to casually mention Snack's daughter right now, and everyone just had the appropriate response to that.
Yeah.
Pretty
I mean,
sure
we're
werewolves
spider.
aren't. Where anything isn't common, Thylea, so.
Should I just cast Unseen Servant and have them be tasked with helping find?
How?
How?
I mean,
How are they gonna help?
like, you could set them to a task, but I don't think Unseen Servant can really communicate, is the thing.
Yeah. It's invisible. It can't really do too much. It can only stay within 15 feet of you, I think.
Yeah, so you couldn't send it out. I could look it up just to be sure. Unseen.
Here's the description.
Oh, perfect. That works even better. Alright, so let's see. Invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. Servant springs into existence in unoccupied space on the ground. AC 10, 1 hit point, strength of 2. It can attack, drops to 0 hit points, spell ends. Once each of your turns, the bonus action can mentally command it to move 15 feet and interact with an object. Can perform simple tasks that a human servant could, such as fetching things, cleaning, mending, folding clothes, lighting fires, serving food, and pouring wine. Once you give the command, the servant performs the task to the best of its ability until it completes the task, then waits for your next command. If you command the servant to perform a task that would move it more than 60 feet away from you, the spell ends. So you can only have it within 60 feet of you, can move up to 15 feet on its turn. You basically just have an invisible butler, or maid, whichever you think your unseen servant identifies at. We can't see what it is. How would we know?
It's
I
one
think
hell
that
of a butler.
they're also like mute, so I don't think they would really be
Yeah.
able to communicate.
They can't really communicate things like pronouns or name or stuff like that.
But they could theoretically draw arrows in the sand.
Well, they're mindless,
Yeah.
so they only know the one command. They only know the command you give them. I don't think they'll be smart enough to relay certain information.
Yeah.
And if it's only 60 feet away, we would be able to notice as well.
But, Valaki is a very big place, as you'll see when I take you to the map. But first things first, let me tell you about the approach to Valaki. The old Savoie road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains. To the north and south, the woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates, with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are half a dozen pikes with wolf's heads impaled on them, in fact. Get the feeling they don't like wolves here in Valaki. Also, say between the trees you do see the lake to the north. It's a ways away, though. You can just barely make it out between all the trees. But let us move you to the map the map proper, and you can see just how fucking big this map is. See those tiny dots all the way on the right? That's where all of you are.
Oh.
It's very big.
Ah, this is a city.
And this is basically, for all intents and purposes, around Barovia. This is like the most city. Actually, I arranged you guys in like a specific order, but I don't know if you want someone in front, someone specific in front. I put Dan and Dave, but did somebody else want to be leading, or do you want to lead with the most human-y looking people? Since you now know
Probably
how...
leave with that.
Dan Dave's with us?
Well, yeah, they're going into town along with you. Oh, that's right, I never explained that. Dan and Dave are going to come along into the town to let the mayor know, hey, I'm here just outside of town. I sell potions if anyone needs them. Maybe you'll also go into the tavern and introduce them. Just get the word out, you know?
Then, yeah, it'd probably be smart to have those two up front.
Alright.
Probably Ismark and Irina too, since they may have, since their businesses to get in.
That's a good point.
Hopefully they can vouch for us.
I move over to Dan and Dave.
Mhm.
Hey, you don't happen to have a potion that'll make me look a little more like a cat, do you?
You
So
want
I can blend in better.
you want to look like a house cat, or...
Yeah.
I don't think I have that, but let me look through my spell list here. I don't have it prepared today. I do have a spell that I could change what you all look like, but I haven't prepped it for the day. So we'd have to wait a whole day to do that, and I'd only be able to make your appearance change for 8 hours.
Probably better just to be upfront. They probably would not like if we like changed from more human-y to our normal selves in the middle of the city.
Yeah, that would definitely make them think you were
And you
werewolves.
know, honestly, like,
Yeah, it would just
it's on them. It's not on us.
I'm not ashamed of who I am.
Besides, I'm too proud to
it
change
just
my.
make us look like
Also, the goal was to be
it'll also make us
more-
look like we're.
The goal was to be more cat-like.
It will. It will also make us look like we're these werewolves or were things you were talking about.
I mean, I guess if we're going with the conventional naming, you'd be a were-bull, and Kai would be a were-lion, and Abby and Bolt would be were-cats. I don't think I've heard of those before, but who knows? They might think that those are things they just haven't seen yet.
I might. Would I be a were-dragon?
Probably.
Not gonna lie, that actually sounds kind of cool, actually.
You could just be pure dragon, you know?
I think the fire's gonna scare
No,
him.
if I was a pure dragon, I'd be like. If I was pure dragon, I'd literally be twice the size I am right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound bad
Ah,
either,
right,
but
yeah.
I just.
I mean, like I would think were-dragon myself personally, but they might just think were-lizard. No, obviously, I don't. No offense, but considering what they've been through and how close-minded they might be, that's probably where their head would jump to first.
Were-alligator.
Oh, come now.
It's an alligator.
My snout's not that pointy, is it?
You
Just
sure?
think giant lizard wolfie.
Ah. Got it.
As you're discussing this, you hear behind you, I don't think it looks that pointy. Oh god, he's huge. Let me fix this.
No.
token.
He must be slain!
And you
Giant
Yeah.
Quimley.
will jump at the start as you turn around and see Quimby is there.
Oh. I thought you were gonna stay in the hut.
Where in the hells did you come from?
Wait, he wasn't with us in the hut. Oh, well. So, when you guys left the Stani camp, I thought to myself, how often am I gonna get the chance to hang onto the side of a doghouse and ride it like that? It was really fun. I'm surprised you didn't hear me going wee and being all excited about it, but I guess I covered it up pretty well. Good work, me. Yeah, I've basically been here
Okay.
the whole time hanging on for dear life.
Right.
I'm surprised
So-
you're not under the house right now.
You know, honestly, I thought it was gonna fall off at one point, but I reaffirmed my grip and I managed to hang on. I probably would have died if I fell off at that speed. Yeah. Honestly, I probably would have died if I fell off going at that speed, but I didn't, and that's what matters.
You could have just entered through the door.
That wouldn't have been nearly as fun as riding on the outside. I mean, next time I might, if you'll have me, Dan and Dave, I'll ride on the inside, because that was a fun experience and all, but again, maybe not the best experience to have a second time, because I might fall off the second time, and that could kill me. Probably.
Isn't technically this is already 2 times?
Is it?
Because we stopped at the windmill.
We
Wait, you slept where now? What?
'Cause
We went
we
from
stopped
the
at the windmill.
Vistani camp to the windmill, and that windmill to here.
Yeah. Like
It's already 2 times.
He basically held on. I'd imagine that, like, he let go once you stopped, took a moment to, like, stretch out, rest, and then once you were heading back in the house, he hopped back on. So, like, I did have a moment of rest when y'all stopped.
Quinbly, your name is, right?
Quinby, Noel.
Quinby.
Yeah, Squimly, yeah.
Okay. Right. No offense, but you're not trying to spy on us or anything, right?
He looks at you. What? Me? No. Gosh, why would you think that?
Can I insight him?
You can, and I will roll a charisma.
I'm
check.
going to incite him.
Oh,
Oh no. I trust Quimbley.
I also trust Quimbley with all my life.
Karnak as
I do
well.
too.
Actually, you know what?
It makes
No,
sense
fuck
for
it.
Kai.
I'm going to use my inspiration. I'm going to try that again.
On this?
17.
Zio thinks he's a child. Zio just thinks he's a child, so he trusts him.
Man, you're crazy. I would have saved that for a natural one or something.
hold on. So, funny story. I rolled a 2. He's got a good charisma, but a 2 is not gonna help. He rolled a 7. So, Raoul,
I barely made it.
Bolts, and Kardak.
I am justified in this because I don't trust this character above game. That's the only reason I did that right now.
He might not be telling the truth. Like, he says, I would never, and he is looking to the side a little bit, here and there. He's, like, really playing up the offended angle. Like, the very idea! Can't believe you would say such a thing!
Okay, enough of the dramatics.
Quibbly.
Quinby,
I'm a very, very lenient person. But if there's one thing I hate, it's liars. So you will tell the truth. Can I roll intimidation?
you can. Well,
Damn
yeah,
it!
here's the thing. I'm not, so
you know,
you need to pipe up.
okay. You know, I'd say spying isn't the right word. You see, Strud told me that he was worried about
Recon.
you guys, and he wanted me to keep an eye to make sure you were safe. I thought he was
So-
being silly because you were in the doghouse and there was no way anything was going to deal with you, but... You know,
Worried about us.
yeah. You know, I think
You
he
sure?
took quite the shine to you. Seems
You
like
sure
a
he's
friendly
not worried
guy.
about someone else?
I mean, he does really
Is
like
he?
that Irina girl, but I think he was also worried about all of you.
I doubt it.
He's got a good feeling about you, I think. Yeah, he's a pretty nice guy. I'm a very good judge of character, I think.
No offense, but I highly doubt that.
He looks really hurt by that. Look,
Good.
Probably.
I am a very good judge of character. Like this one time, a good friend of mine, I mean, I only knew him for like a few minutes, left me with like some sort of item saying that he needed me to make sure it was safe and take care of it. And like, I wasn't sure what it was. He told me not to look, and I didn't look. And then when the guards came and they found me, like, I informed them that, look, I was just given this item, and my friend told me not to look, and he wanted me to keep it safe. And then I did get arrested, admittedly, and Liam, the guard who was watching my cell, told me that I was probably set up, but I don't think that Daniel would do that. He was such an upstanding guy for the few minutes I knew him.
Oh dear God.
above game. Why did you name him Daniel? That hurts.
Damn, Daniel, back at it again.
Well, we are right here safe. So I guess your job is done. You can leave now.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to say above game, this entire time Bolt has been giving him the fry stare.
The squinty eyes.
Just full squint.
Good job, Squimly. You can go back to your boss and report that we're just fine.
Well, I mean, he wanted me to keep an eye on you for a little longer. He did want me to wait till you got into Valaki proper, at least, to make sure that you got in safely and sound.
No.
No. That's not.
We're literally at the door. We can take care of it.
We're good. You did a good job.
Well, thank you.
Go back to his castle.
Well, I mean, I was going to... Well, I probably shouldn't tell you that, but...
Honesty is very, very
Oh,
good.
what?
Would be.
Bolt holds up a hand and it starts
What did I-
to do this happy steps.
No, I shouldn't. He told me not to tell
Kai
you
just-
where I was meeting him.
Kai just kind of lowers his hand by the wrist.
And I'm not
Not yet,
going
not
to-
yet.
I'm not going to betray a friend that I got a job for. I'm very trustworthy, and I would definitely never tell you that I'm meeting him somewhere in the... And he stops himself. Just before he says anything. I'm meeting him somewhere. Look, I don't want to mess this up because he promised me that he would turn me into a vampire like him, and then I would be immortal, and that's really useful.
Why would you want that?
Well, because I'll be immortal, and then I can travel all over the place. Because I won't die.
Well,
But then that makes life boring.
I mean, I could have fun doing some really crazy things if I was immortal and can't die.
I mean, eventually, but then you get bored after a while because you did everything.
I don't think so. I mean, the multiverse is a pretty big
Or
place,
unless
and
you
I-
go out in the...
Well, yeah, you did tell me about
Never
the
mind.
sun thing. And I mean, that kind of stinks, but like... If I used to
I
have to
think
walk in
Barovia is the only place without the sun. If you were to leave this realm as a vampire, you would be fried instantly.
Well, that's if I go out of Barovia when it's daytime outside.
How do you know?
it's
Have you seen
daytime
the sunlit?
half the time of the day.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure I could get out.
Do you know
You
the
like-
other stipulations of being a vampire? Like you're not allowed, like you literally cannot go into places you're not invited to.
Well, I mean, that's just being polite. Who walks
Or
into
how
a place
about the-
not invited?
Okay, how about the big one? The fact that you have to feed on innocent people.
Well, I don't have
Like,
to
literally
feed
eat
on
them.
innocent people. I could maybe, like, feed on criminals or something while I'm going through a place. Who would suspect
How are
little
you
old
gonna-
me?
How are you gonna know who's bad or who's good?
Well, I mean, maybe I'll wait for, like, someone stealing something, and that's how I'll do it.
That's even. Oh my god.
I mean, I had thought about
I mean,
this.
What about this?
You need to...
How are you gonna be
God.
immortal if you're dead?
Well, I won't die. Are you gonna kill me? Why?
No, I'm not going to kill you, but people here are really hesitant about vampires, especially outside of Barovia. They find out you're one, and well, let's just say a lot of us know ways to kill you. I know several myself.
I'm gonna roll something for Dan really quick, hearing this discussion. So, Quinby, do you know what a vampire spawn is? No, I don't think Strahd told me about what that was. Well, usually when a vampire bites someone, they don't become a full-fledged vampire like the devil is. They become a vampire spawn, which is similar. They're just bound to their sire, in this case the devil, and they can never turn against him. And you have to do everything he says. He didn't tell me about that. That doesn't sound good. So I want to leave.
Oh,
Hmm.
So that means you can't do
Also,
whatever you want then.
You wouldn't be able to get very far because you can't really travel over running water.
Yeah, I can see a lot of
And-
downsides here. That's a shame.
And Quinby, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Not many people want to be friends with a vampire. That's gonna be one big thing.
I mean, you know, some vampires.
And you look
might
like the
just
person
be
who likes
misunderstood.
friends.
I do like friends, but you know, I feel like vampires sometimes just misunderstood. Like I said, I think Strahd is a pretty nice guy. He's looking out for all of you, but he didn't tell me about the vampire spawn thing, and that's a little strange. I don't think
Why
he
would a friend lie to you?
I mean,
There's a lot he didn't tell you about.
he looks at you.
I mean, did he tell you exactly why he wanted you to follow us?
Well, he said he liked you and that he wanted to make sure you were safe. But, I can't believe he would lie to me. He looks really, really sad about this.
Don't take it-
Heartbroken, even.
Look, don't take it personally. I'm sure he was telling you the truth to a certain extent. But the problem is that with someone as powerful as he is, you can't really trust him. It's almost inherent that there is never just a clear black and white with people like him. It's not always yes or no.
Also, in his defense, he could probably kill you if he didn't like what you were doing.
But why would he do that? I mean... Well,
He's wanted.
I'd say we were friends,
Did it not
but-
occur to you at all that him wanting to spy on us is a little strange?
No. I mean, apparently Barovia is a pretty dangerous place. Like, I thought he was being a little silly because he wanted me to watch you when you were in Henrietta, which was, like, super safe, I thought. But I thought he was just being a little worrywart. Well,
Okay. What are we about to do about this?
I mean, like, look, I'll go speak with Strahd, and I'll clear this all up, and I won't spy on you anymore. Promise.
If you.
Inside again.
Alright. If you speak with Strahd, there might be a chance you don't remain you. He might take advantage of you coming back and turn you into a vampire spawn.
Hey, Yellen. Could you roll me a wisdom save really quick?
Okay. Bardic inspiration.
No, that's not works.
You cannot use it on yourself.
No, you can inspire yourself.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Nothing to worry about at all.
Nothing bad has happened that you know of.
Well,
I am extremely worried now.
Good. Well, Quinby, we are all safe, and we are going to enter Valaki. I guess your job is done, and whatever you do, I just say I would not trust the devil fully.
Well, you've given me a lot to think about, and I will have to speak with him, and I'll give my report, and that'll be the end of that, and I'll tell him I'm not interested in vampirism anymore. But I'm still gonna have to figure out a way to get immortal that isn't too bad. If only I could become a god or something, but that... I don't know if that's even possible.
Oh, it's possible.
Wait, really?
Kai just turns to him.
How?
Yes.
Do you know how that's done?
Trials.
Trials, okay. Like, he's not good at it, but I'm gonna have him roll insight on you. Are you trying to hide it? Like, he's inciting if there's more to it than just trials.
I'm gonna hold off on the ritual part, but the trial part is truthful.
Okay.
And I'm not telling him the entire thing to do it.
So, like, are there specific trials that, like, where you're from that you can do to become a god?
Depends on the god, yes.
Huh. Okay, well, I'm making a mental note that I need to go to where you're from. For one, to explore it and see how cool the place where you're from is, but also that I might need to see about that whole becoming a god thing, because, I mean, that would fix all of my problems. I'd be immortal, I could become a god of travel, and then I could, like, leave, like, little signposts and stuff where people could rest, because, you know, traveling on the road is a whole thing, and, you know, there are no real safe places on the road. Maybe if I become a god of travel, I could do that for people. Leave little outposts with my powers where they can be safe and comfortable. That could be fun. Plus, it gives me an excuse to travel all over the place. Yeah, I'll become a god of travel. And that solves all of my problems. I think this is gonna go great. So, I'll need to explore around Barovia a bit, because, I mean, there's still a lot I haven't seen. But I'll need to touch base with you guys when you're ready to go home, because I would like to see your home and potentially try this trials thing.
Zio was slow nod.
Great! Well, he starts, patting his, pants off. Good luck getting in. Glad you're all safe. I'm gonna go now, bye! And he just scampers off, a little, skip in his step.
If he ever steps foot in
Big-
Thylea, he will die.
Big time. But we will run like as fast as we can when we get ready to leave here. And do not bring up the other thing that he needs.
Why would I bring that up to him? Why did you even bring up the trials?
You really think he'll get through those?
Oh, absolutely not.
He'll most likely die with those alone, so. As long as he does not try to become the trickster god.
I don't even want to think about any position that he will take.
I mean, I think he made it quite clear he wanted to be a god of travel. I don't know what that would entail.
No idea.
Well, let's try to get in, shall we?
Agreed.
Oh, really? There's not a gate, huh? Okay, well, then I can wing this. Unless it's in the... Is it in that section, perhaps? In the approach? Approaching town... Ah, yeah, here it is. You make your way to the gates, and you see two guards are standing watch at the gate. And as you come up, "Halt, what is your business?" "Oh, well, I'm new to the area. I'd like to speak with the burgomaster or leader or whoever. Let them know I'm in town, what services I can provide for the community. And my friends here," he'll gesture to Irina and Ismark, "they wish to enter the city for safety. Maybe find a place where they can hold up, as well as my friends back there, they're adventurers, and they would like to come in and also provide their services." They look at the more human-looking folk, and their eyes narrow, looking upon the beast folk. And I will ask Raoul, I forgot if we mentioned this. Have you ever been to Valaki proper, did we say? Or did you just hang around the village of Barovia for the most part?
I don't feel like I ever really got in, because it would have just been me by myself.
That makes
Like,
sense.
I would have tried to, sell stuff, be like, "Hey, I got these things," but maybe they turned me away because, being covered in blood and carrying wolf corpses probably didn't help.
I mean, the thing is, they would like that here, because wolves is meat that they can serve at the tavern, and the pelts could be used for clothing. Plus, there are some wolf hunters, so that wouldn't be too strange. You do have horns, but that might not have
then
been
maybe
a
they do
huge
know me.
deal.
I just probably don't remember
Yeah,
too well.
you might have come here from time to time. I'm gonna look at you. Okay, I think I recognize that guy there with the horns. I think he sells wolf meat and pelts, but that guy over there, he points at Kai, kind of looks like a demon of some kind with the fire in his chest, and the others...
He looks over his shoulder. What? Oh, me?
Yes, you, the red one with the burning chest.
It's a medical condition.
He's gonna roll insight on you, and you need to roll deception.
I'm not
Is it
rolling
really
it because
deception at that point?
he's being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Kid, I was about to say, Zio's gonna say he gets it from his mother.
Well, the captain, the conferring, well, the captain of the guard does look a little strange. He's got that arm. Maybe we should confer and see if that's okay. But some of you are like beast people, and we can't be sure that you aren't were creatures. I mean,
I can vouch for them. They are not lycanthropes.
okay, vouch for them. I mean, the only way we could really tell is like hit you with a weapon, and if it works, you're definitely not a were creature. But that, I'd imagine you wouldn't be down for that.
Kai walks up. Go for it.
Oh, all right. I wasn't expecting you to be so.
Zio would too.
He, the two guards grab their pikes and they thrust them at you. Goddamn, with a natural 20. That one will go to Zio, and that is 8 damage. Okay, definitely
All right.
not a werewolf.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I had to rearrange the routers, like extender that I had. So.
Oh, sorry about that. So you missed that Quinby has been with you the whole time, and that turns out he was spying for Strahd, and he left and now knows that he can become a god possibly if he goes to Thylea. And that just solves all his problems, so...
No, see, like I heard that, it just literally cut out right as soon as he was like, "Oh wait, I could do this."
Okay. So then, what you missed is the guards are a little hesitant to let some of you in. They seem to recognize Raoul, and they're okay with the humany folk, but they're unsure about some of you being werewolves, so they are doing a werewolf test that Zio and Kai have agreed to, which is they stab at you, and if you take damage, you're not a were creature. Because they don't have silver weapons. Right, that is a 5, which is not going to hit Kai.
I'm gonna let him hit me.
Okay, so you take the pike and 8 damage. Those not, yeah,
And then I'm gonna lay on hands
Alright.
on myself.
they both took damage. I mean, they're very clearly not were creatures then. Those two. Alright, what about the cat men and the dragon? Lizard? Dragon?
Dragonborn, yes.
Dragonborn.
Okay.
Well, we'll just look at them, hold up his paw, and it starts to zap. I can hurt myself if you want.
I mean, if you use magic, then that wouldn't prove anything, because where creatures can get hurt by magic, it would have to be a weapon. Like, when they lift their pikes up.
But would a were creature intentionally hurt themselves?
You'd be surprised.
Alright. Stab at it.
Alright. We'll go for the pike. It's the most reliable method. Okay, 15. Does that hit?
Yes.
You take 3 damage.
Ow.
Alright, definitely not a were-dragon or lizard. Okay, so
I am a proud Dragonborn man, thank you very much.
Sorry. Dragon man.
That I will take.
Listen, we haven't really seen any of your kind around here, so I'm not quite sure on the terminology here. But I do...
Well, I would say you need to travel more, but unfortunately we both know that's not possible, is it?
No, it's not. But, you know, Valaki is not bad compared to everywhere else in Barovia. It's very safe, and we haven't had to worry about the devil or were creatures, or just wolves for that matter, for quite some time.
Can we go in now?
Well, we still need to test the 2 catmen to be sure you're not were creatures. And if anyone asks, you can send them back to us and we'll inform them that we did do a test to make sure that you are in fact not were creatures.
Sure, hit me.
Yelling, don't you already have a wound? You could have just showed them.
It's better this way. It's funnier.
Well, that wouldn't hit you, but if you're going to accept the attack, that would be 10 damage. Ooh, shoot, I may
Okay.
have hit you a little too hard. I'm sorry.
You think?
I mean, I have to make
Look-
sure it goes through at the very least, but that was a little too much oomph. I apologize. That's my bad. I'd offer you a potion, but we haven't had, like... Unfortunately, our
See-
potion seller passed a while back.
Don't.
Everyone just look at Dan and Dave.
They smirk.
Theo will grab Antonius by the scruff of his neck, and he will cast Cure Wounds. Heal 5.
Thank you.
Alright, one more to test, and then you're good to go. Better safe than sorry, I'm sure you understand.
Bolt just shrugs.
Right, and the guard will stab at thee. You accept that is 9 damage that you take. Alright, none of you are were creatures. Again, sorry about the pain and the inconvenience, but we have a duty to make sure that this town remains safe. And we can't have were creatures if you were were creatures wandering around town and causing mischief and mayhem.
Oh, it's not a problem. Safety always comes first.
Again, it's understandable, but also I would find a more suitable way to test later on.
mean,
Maybe you should just use knives and just slit their hand or something.
Maybe I'll have to ask our guard captain about that. That might be good for future incidents like this. This hasn't really happened before, where we've had beast folk come up here. So for future reference, maybe we'll see if we can get a dagger for this very specific test to not hurt people so much.
Or needles. Those work too.
I suppose that...
Anything silver, really.
Well, no, it can't be silver, because silver damages werewolves, so it would damage anyone that we use on it. It'd have to be like a normal, boring weapon. So, like, steel
You have
or
your
something.
beast. You could just punch them really, really hard.
That's true, they wouldn't react, would they? Huh. I hadn't thought about that.
I wish you had 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. No one brought it up.
Karnak is visibly annoyed at this man. Like, he understands, because, again, like, he grew up with knowing a were creature his entire life, but at the same time, he's annoyed because of how blatantly racist it seems to him.
Welcome to Valaki. Enjoy your stay. All will be well.
Well, that was a thing.
What lovely country folk we have here, isn't it?
People are
Yeah.
People are very, very. They are all on edge. We have to have to be careful.
Again, maybe it's just because of because of who I was brought up with, but I really don't see the problem with anyone suffering lycanthropy. Like, they're usually really nice people.
Here, no, they are brutal. If
There's
given
a
the chance,
blacksmith
a
here.
lichen will slaughter you.
You can certainly try, but, well...
As you make your way through town, people are looking at you a little funny. Word hasn't got out yet, obviously, so people are looking at you a little strangely, trying to avoid you somewhat. You do notice down this way, it seems to be a shop of some sort, like an open-air shop. You see a sign. Oh wait, that's the wrong section. Let me find my Valaki stuff. Yeah. Did I not open that file? I thought I did. Oh, there you are. Okay. Let's see, that's number 5. This is a large stockyard. It has several locked sheds along its periphery and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate reads, Arsec Stockyard. Parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon. Its colorful paint peeling off. Faced lettering on its side spells out the words Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. A heavy padlock seems to secure the back door, which you're seeing, because you're seeing it from the back. I think I might have art for that wagon. Give me just a sec to look for it. Handouts.
The carnival's in town. Lovely.
Again, carnival folk get a bad rap, but the nicest people I've ever met, personally.
It's taking a while to load for me, but I have found the handout. Let's see if everyone else can see it. There it goes. It worked for chat at least. This is the wagon you see in the stockyard.
Ooh,
It-
pretty.
It looks like the wagon from Pinocchio.
I
It
can see
does.
You know, I hadn't
It
noticed
really
that before,
does.
but you're right. It does kind of, huh?
My mind just went to Heckness wagon.
Above game it did for me, too.
Mm,
It want to say it.
Well, guess who showed up here? Is showing up here in Barovia. Round 2, motherfucker.
How the
Oh,
fuck
no.
are you alive?
listen, don't ask questions you
Yeah,
don't
me
want
too.
the answer to.
I
How
think
many
I
times-
kind of am entitled to the answer. You killed my uncle.
How many times we have to teach you this lesson, oh man?
Who the
Unless
fuck are
we're
you?
unless we're Draco, Octavio actually has art. My headcanon is now it's just Heckna with like a mustache.
You might
Until proven otherwise.
you might see.
And don't answer if he actually has art or not.
He might, but
Okay. I want to believe though.
So, first things first, this is a shop. If any of you want to come down to the stockyard, see what they have in stock while you're passing by. See if the prices are better here. Maybe.
I mean, you can just get the silver. I can make it for you.
True.
Yeah, see if we could buy silver.
If they have it, but feel free to check this out and let me. Whoops, that's the wrong tab. Where are you? You make your way into the stockyard, and you see about a middle-aged married couple. They introduce themselves as Gunther and Yelena Arasek. And I will put that in the Roll20 chat, their names and how they're spelled. Boop, boop. And they show you their wares. Like before, we have the basic stuff that they have the listed prices for here, as well as some Barovian exclusive stuff.
There we go.
Some of my favorite items are in here in Arsec Stockyard. I'd recommend checking out the Chameleon Ring and the Ember Longsword.
I was just looking at that, yeah.
Isn't it great?
Oh my god, hold on. That sword is... I might want to get the sword.
The fact that that is only 9 gold pieces and 2 copper.
No, it also has a chance to break.
Log splitter. Huh. I wonder if that's considered a magic weapon, that axe.
It is a magic weapon. They don't have many magic weapons aside from Ember and Log Splitter.
I mean, it's magic, so it's something.
True. Ember is magic, so it counts as a magical weapon. However, you just have to deal with the fact that it can explode on you if you roll a crit.
So, Argyle's going to, or not Argyle, Karak's going to see the ball bearings and buy that.
All right. You are now the proud owner of a bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
I now have 2,000 ball bearings.
Half
do.
plate.
The Arginian plate is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now.
Above game, this might be a hint at something.
It might be. They'll notice you eyeing the plate. That's really useful. We were lucky enough to find it somewhat near town, but you all look like an adventuring sort, right?
That's about right.
So there's this manor that's about southwest of town, approximately, and it's called Argenbosthult. Apparently a silver dragon used to live there with a bunch of knights, but it's been abandoned for centuries. You might be able to find more of these plates there, and we'd be willing to pay you for finding them for us. For each and every suit of armor you bring, I mean, obviously, we need to make money, of course. So, we'd pay you about... How does 5 platinum sound? Per armor.
Alright.
That sounds more than fair.
These armors are half plate?
Yes, they are half plate. I'm gonna... Decadent.
Do we even have platinum?
Not yet,
no.
but
You could if you find enough armor.
above game, I might actually try to get one for myself because Hardek's only at a DC 12, or not DC 12, AC 12.
Also,
I don't-
technically, 1 platinum is worth 10 gold.
Yes.
So 93 gold roughly. 94ish.
Yeah, give or take. Is very expensive, but it's also incredibly rare and hard to get, so fair enough.
I'm gonna want to save up for that.
I'm gonna take Log Splitter.
All right. They hand you this weapon, and you feel magical power radiating from it. You have
I
now
chained
become
those
the
better.
enemy of trees and flora-based creatures.
Weird.
Antonius is a little curious of the Balna horn.
Ah, the Balanok horn. That's a good one.
Do you have a demo of this fine instrument?
I mean, I could play it. Well, I'm not much of a player myself, but... And immediately nearby, you see the carriage, the carnival cart, begin to shake. As if something inside was very disturbed by the sound that just played.
What
Wait,
about
you
the
said it
rest
was
of
on-
the party here?
Yeah, that was.
Are you- Depends if you're more animal than man.
True.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Kardec is literally an animal, man. So I wondered how he would feel. I think he would hate that.
It was unpleasant.
Do all of you guys hate that sound then?
I mean, technically
No.
humans are animals too, but I would say all of you with better senses absolutely despised that sound. It's a horrible, aching, groaning noise that... Ugh.
Kardec turns into Markiplier. Ooh! I hate that!
Okay, maybe not this horn.
I mean, if you want to distress some animals, it's the best thing for that. 'Cause,
I'll be distressing myself in the process.
I didn't want to say anything, because that seemed rude.
What's wrong? Yeah, what's wrong, Drellin? You don't want to play. You don't want to have the horn that gives you anxiety.
Horn of anxiety. The worst.
It's like the orb of confusion, except it's a horn that you blow.
Yes.
Stop messing with the ancient game of anxiety!
But do you blow an orb?
No, but it's the fact that it hurts yourself as soon as you use it.
Mm.
Also, you could blow an orb if you try hard enough.
I mean, you could. I don't think it would make much of a noise, but you could certainly do it, I suppose.
Not with that attitude, Draco.
You know what? Fair enough. I'm gonna close these out for a second, just so I can show you on the big map where Argynvostholt is, if you want to explore that later.
Yeah, let's mark it on a map.
So I've cleared out the path basically as they described it to you. If you zoom out, I'm gonna ping it. And actually, let me zoom out a little more so chat can see where you guys are in relation to where Argynvostholt is.
Oh, that little tiny place.
Yep. If you go down the road to the west, and eventually, not the first fork with the 4 paths, but... Well, I guess 3 because the 4th way is back, but that's not important. You ignore the 4-path crossroad, go a little further down, and take the first left, and that path should lead you right down there. I suppose you could technically walk through the woods if you wanted to after crossing the bridge, but that might be a little dangerous. back to Valaki. You know what? I'll move you guys properly into where the stockyard is. Boop. There we go. Honestly, this place is prime real estate to set a shop because it's literally right at the gate. They certainly got you guys interested immediately.
Still can't get over the chameleon ring.
It's great. I love it so much.
It just turns off the ring. Like, you won't be able to see the ring.
Look, no
So
one is going to steal
technically-
your chameleon ring. You can guarantee that.
Technically, anyone can just be called a shoplifter by turning the ring and then making it disappear in front of everyone, and then
Like,
either intentionally forgetting about it or unintentionally forgetting about it and be like, oh my gosh, it's that last group of people. They shoplifted our ring.
Please do not attempt to shoplift.
you just
Not here, no.
You just got into town.
I will let you get
Yelling.
kicked out.
Yelling, do you know what they do to people who break the law here? I'm not telling you because I do not know that information, but I don't think it's good.
I mean, you might find out sooner or later.
Oh no.
Perhaps if you go to town square, who could say?
I feel like this shop is decent enough. I don't feel like shoplifting.
Do you know what the penalty is for stealing? I'm sorry, I had to.
Fair, valid.
Oh, perfect.
Does anyone else need anything?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
I have not found what I'm looking for just yet.
I'm tempted to get smoke bombs, but I don't have the money for it. But I also don't want to be that person who steals.
Perhaps another
I swear to
time.
God. Yelling, if your character steals, I'm not going to save your life.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
You know what? While you guys are still doing some shopping, this might be a good time for us to take a quick break, stretch our water, drink our legs.
Yeah.
Alright. Bathroom break, everybody.
Fucking Ember.
Ember's
is a lot of
fun.
I was tempted to get it.
I mean, you would be the perfect person to have it.
Right.
You could technically buy it, it's very cheap.
Just keep it in my back pocket.
I mean, like, most people... I think it's so cheap because they'd assume most people don't want a sword that can explode on them unless they're really, really, you know, reckless.
But
let's say.
does it break after it explodes?
Yes, it does.
Then you just get a short sword after that.
Well, you get a hilt
I-
after that.
I was hoping it would go from like a short sword to a knife and just reduce the damage of fireball. Like 8d6, 4d6, 2d6.
I gotta reread this now.
Let me go back to... I technically have a picture, I would just need to make like a snapshot of it to show you. Let me find
Is it-
Ember. I love how it looks. Let me just
Okay, what's the
find-
radius on Fireball again?
Wait.
20-foot radius?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius.
Hmm.
You know.
Do I actually
Does
want
it-
to get the...
Non-magical items. Okay, never mind. I won't be able to fix it.
Crumbling. There's the decadent. Where are you? Ah, there's Ember. I'm gonna take a quick screenshot before I grab myself water and do all the stuff.
So I just, just log splitters, like more of its description. Trees have thoughts and personality just like we do.
That's a druid weapon.
I have.
I mean, it's
have
more
a
of the
question.
anti-druid weapon, but here's Ember, and I will show chat. Look how slapdash this
adorable.
repair job is.
Oh, let me see here.
We'll just put some leather around it. It's fine.
What are you showing to? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that to Ember.
Yeah, just wrap that up. It'll be just fine.
And don't hit any.
Just fine.
Just do that and don't hit anything too hard. Easy.
I have a question.
Guys, like,
Draco.
that's fucking awesome.
I might have an answer.
I'll take 2.
You know how mimics have the ability for shape changer, which is the mimic can use its action to polymorph into an object or back into its true amorphous form. Its statistics are the same as in form. Any equipment it is wearing or carrying isn't transformed. It reverts to its true form if it dies.
Okay.
Now,
I'm back.
Welcome back.
if I buy the chameleon ring, so the mimic tail gets in like something to reference as an item to imitate.
So it wouldn't be able to mimic the properties of the ring, just the appearance. Also,
Make
I'm gonna share the chameleon ring with chat as well, because that's another fun one.
Just make a fun magic trick for the kids.
True. Watch this. Whoop.
Why does the chameleon ring feel like a cursed item that is like it sounds good on the surface, but it's gonna come with like a terrible cost or something like that?
The ring turning invisible. Sounds good.
Yeah. Like, again, it's a guarantee that no one will steal your ring. I love the description. In a world where people kill you for your boots, discreet jewelry holds a special value.
This is like for like a rich person who that got stolen from too much, and he's just like, I need you to enchant this. Just please.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go get some water. I will be right back.
Blight seed. Druidic spell focus. The seed rushes. Wishes to be sown. More in this brain series, you understand Infernal. There seems to be a note in the little finger.
I could get an ember and then see if my mimic tail can imitate the sword aspect of the sword. Or I could just borrow whoever ends up buying it. And then just for reference, self-reference.
It's not mimic attached to you.
Above game
Yes.
chat, you might you're gonna notice something about Kardec.
Hey, do you really want a fireball on your tail?
Well, it would only be able to, because it's the same thing with the chameleon ring, right? It won't be able to actually get the.
Oh,
It'll only be able to imitate physical properties.
so you'll just have a sword tail.
Doesn't that sound badass?
Yeah, I have to admit it does sound pretty badass. Reminds me of Blade Wolf from Metal Gear.
So, if anyone buys it, I'll borrow it for a sec. If no one buys it, I'll buy one and
I mean,
only use it for that.
I'm thinking about it. It's like, it's really cheap. I'm also really curious about these bracers.
I'm so tempted to get a smoke bomb. But that will take out majority of my money.
7 platinum. Fuck it, I might get the sword.
I have returned.
Draco.
Draco, I think I'm getting the sword.
Hell yeah.
And I think I'm gonna borrow it for 2 seconds so the mimic can absorb and understand how to turn into a sword.
Yeah, that would be interesting. It can certainly pretend to be a sword.
So, our little elf or our little friend that we visit that tried to spy on us earlier. I realized one thing, Draco.
Mm-hmm.
You need to show him to Caitlin because she's going to adore him.
Yes. Yes, I do. Alright, and I'm gonna get rid of Ember and Log Splitter from their inventory since you bought the one and they only have one.
Also,
Wait.
Also, fuck it, I'll just say it. Kardec's horde is gonna be ball bearings. You're gonna notice every single time he's in a shop, he's going to buy some. Make of that what you will.
Interesting horde.
Let's see here.
Little shiny balls, he finds them quite charming.
It was 1 silver for Ember.
Oh, shoot, I just got rid of it.
I saw silver and copper pieces.
I think it was 3. I want to say it was 1 silver, 3 copper.
Okay.
I should have left them so you could.
No, it's all good.
properly deduct.
You're good.
Did you do Log Splitter already?
Yes,
Okay.
that was easy. Let's see.
I have another random question.
Okay.
If my tail turns into a ring, would that, since the tail and the mimic and the tail are like intertwined,
So it would be weird. Your tail would end and there would be a ring as your tail at the very tip of it.
You look like Gatomon off of Digimon.
so would it look like someone cut off my tail with a ring
Yes.
and the ring was just there?
Ew.
Or like someone stuck a ring to the very end of your tail and somehow it's like fused to it. Because the mimic can only transform what is its body, not your actual tail.
That is still useful.
Is everybody back?
Just got back.
I am here.
Alright.
Now joined by special guest, All Might.
Oh my god. I can't believe we got All Might. That's amazing.
I know, you would
No
think
need.
that's you would think Chris Abbott is so busy with his
Might.
schedule.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. But apparently he can be here for our D&D game, which is pretty sick.
That's what I picture when Young asks about the ring on the tail.
I'm gonna roll a D100, high or low.
I'm gonna say hi.
High means buying the chameleon ring. Okay, we're not buying the ring.
Aww. is everyone done with their shopping, or...
I'll get the smoke bomb.
Okay. And let me go into their inventory once more. They only have the one.
And that's 7 PP, so that means it's 70 GP, right?
Yes, 70 gold.
Okay. I am down to 5.
No one was interested in buying the Decadent Bracer, huh?
I did look at it and I was like, learning Infernal it does sound useful, but reading a note, I don't know. That sounds kind of sus.
I mean,
Kind of
that
suspicious.
note could have
Wait.
been anything. Could say anything in there.
Draco,
Mm-hmm.
I just looked at my sheet. I do speak Infernal.
Okay.
What does it say?
So, the bracer itself doesn't have Infernal writing on it, but it does infer the ability to speak Infernal, or understand Infernal rather, and there's a note inside the finger, like a rolled up note. And if you want to read the note, you have to buy the gauntlet. They're not just going to let you look at the note inside. That's part of the appeal.
I was just wondering if they knew.
Oh, they have no idea. Or rather, they're going to say they have no idea. But it's enticing, isn't it? What could that note say? Could be anything.
If I didn't
I got
already
you,
know
bitch.
it, I would have gotten it. But oh well, it was worth a shot.
No. Nope.
And
I will not be tempted.
It will continue to remain a mystery what that note might say.
I already got gauntlets. I have my holy symbol on it. I can't give them up.
You know, it's such a shame because that had the secret to beating the campaign at level 1.
Shit!
well.
Shit!
And it's not like we could just buy the item, read the note, and then give it back.
Yeah, it's just like, can I return this as a receipt?
All sales are final.
Oh.
We do buy things though.
How about this pocket?
Really?
So you could sell it back to us at a significantly reduced price. But no
Wait.
returns.
Start. Get me material. I will get less stuff to sell.
We don't really have material and the like. I think that'd be more... give me a second here. I don't have you open. Let's see. Where is that? There it is. I mean, you might be able to find material at the Cracked Anvil. Dmitry Volistov, he runs it. You know, he doesn't make a lot of things. He makes, you know, shoes for horses, basic hunting traps. Not really a weaponsmith or an armorsmith, but he might have some material if you want to buy, like, just steel or whatever. He also has some low-grade weapons and armor, but I think he just got that from Dead Adventures on the Road.
If anybody's looking at Zio at the moment, he has a twinkle in his eye. And where exactly is this?
Oh, well, if you go to the town square, you go down the road you came in on, down to like here, you should see a turn to the south. You go down that southern road and you'll find yourself in town square, and there's a bunch of shops around there. And his shop is right in the town square. There's also the Straight Arrow. They're more of a specialized shop. They sell short and long bows and arrows and quills. We also have arrows and quills, so they are technically competition, but they only sell bows, arrows, and quills, so it's not like a hard competition. There's also the Endless Delight Clothers. They sell clothes, as the name would suggest, as well as bolts of cloth, the basic clothing, you know. There used to be a potion shop, Stefanich and Sons, but apparently they, unfortunately, they got attacked on the road while gathering supplies, so we are without a potion shop.
Mm-hmm.
We have a remedy for that.
Oh? Yes, me and my twin brother here are, potion crafters by trade. Oh. Well, that's convenient. You should probably see the burgomaster and let him know. I'm sure they'll set you up in his old shop. That wouldn't be bad.
If nothing else, if nothing else, it'll be a good way to have you have a place to lay claim here.
Yes, it would be nice to have a place in town in the walls. I mean, our hut is great, but probably be better to be inside the walls for the shop. Unless I guess we're going out to make a delivery, but that's for future us to figure out.
One of you could be doing the potions, and the other one could be gathering ingredients and deliveries.
That's true. I was thinking about that. Like, if we get an order, we could have one of us go on the road while the other one keeps the shop manned here for selling that. Should probably make a lot more healing potions. Like the base ones, that would probably be the best. Considering there's so many people around here that might need. Yes, I have a lot to think about. But, I don't know if, actually, you know what? I should also look to see. Do you have vials I could buy? And, they show him their stock, and I do believe they have vials in here somewhere. Where is it? Navigates, ammunition, arcane focus, barrel, backpack.
There are glass bottles.
Yeah, where's glass bottle? Fishing.
It's 10 GP.
Ink pen, jug, picture. Alright, I will just... That's not too bad. It's significantly better than what they were charging in Barovia. Bit over market price, but... Oh yeah, there it is. Bottle glass. Now I see it. That's why I wasn't finding it. I was looking for glass bottle, not bottle glass.
They also have flask for tinker under Druid Focus for 10 copper.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's more for alcohol. It won't meet potion standards. Although it does weigh less than the glass bottles, which is wild. Alright, I'm probably going to buy some of those for the shop. I would say, still though, when you drink your potions, please return the empty vials. It makes things a lot smoother as well. And he'll buy... They're 10 each. He'll buy 7. Actually, you know what? He'll buy 10 for now. Just get a good base stock of regular healing potions. If anyone's keeping a very close eye, he's using platinum pieces. It's only 10 platinum. But still. He evidently has platinum.
I mean, it makes sense. He is a shopkeeper.
Oh, he has money.
I mean, I am a shopkeep, and admittedly, before everything being an adventure, did pay. I'm sure you'll get to that point eventually.
Well, I could take it or leave it.
You know, this town is lovely.
It does have a certain charm, right? I mean, sometimes people can be a little iffy, but I'm sure once everything is explained, they won't be as tense.
And especially if we help out with our mission, that'll definitely help ease out everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, shall we press on?
So, will you be going to Town Square to look for that shop?
Which one?
The Cracked Anvil.
Correct, Anvil. I will wait after we talk with the mayor to do that.
Alright. Let's see, I'll say they pointed you to where his house is. Let me just find that. You could always go through Town Square, but if you just want to go straight to his house, that's perfectly reasonable. That's number 3. Okay, so his house is right over here. I mean, I guess that would mean
so
the
if we-
fastest path would be through Town Square, huh?
Yeah, take us there, Draco.
Alright, we'll move you straight to Town Square, and I'll describe what you see here. So that is number 8. Excuse me. The shops and homes that enclose the town square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny, dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children wearing crude plaster donkey heads. You get the feeling these people probably broke the law in some way, and this is their punishment. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations, and I will show you one of them now, and I will read it out. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. The Baron.
Attendance and children required?
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that noticed that.
That is
Yeah.
weird. You do notice they're taking these signs down, as well as some of the dead flowers, because these are old, obviously. And they're putting new ones up, which is this one. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendance and children required, rain or shine, all will be well. The Baron.
Why?
What is with the attendance and children required?
Again, the attendance required is one thing, but why the fuck is there just children? Why? I don't understand.
This really
Draco,
weird.
can I roll history?
Sure.
Maybe I've heard something about this.
Also, is he gonna notice I said fuck?
I guess Theo didn't notice.
Zero is probably shocked of the children required.
So,
Soft 20.
with soft 20 roll, you know that Valaki has a tendency to have lots and lots and lots of festivals. The belief seems to be that if they remain happy and upbeat, the devil can't get his claws into their town. You're not sure if that's feasible or not, but I mean, Strahd has never found his way into Valaki to date as far as you know, so maybe there's something to it. The idea is probably why attendance and children are mandatory is because attendance is mandatory because they need everyone to be happy at all times. And they probably want children to learn to be happy at all times so that the devil can't get in.
Oh my god, we're in We Happy Few.
You sure
Oh my
are?
god.
That we really are.
The people of Valaki are kind of superstitious. They believe in everyone should be happy, so it could keep the evil away.
Take your joy.
I mean, you're not wrong. It is. Would I know anything about the Festival of the Blazing Sun?
I would say no. This seems... It's a new festival every time. The Wolf's Head Jamboree, you can gather, was the last festival that just happened. And the wolf pikes outside of town are probably related to that in some way. This Blazing Sun one must be the newest festival that's going to be happening.
Yeah, this village always has like special, new, and creative air quotes festivals to keep up the morale. I mean, it seemed to have worked so far because the devil hasn't gotten into Valaki, so something has to be working.
Well, I mean, seems a little strange to me, but I mean, I can't argue with the results. Might just be that they have really good cards, but if it works, it works.
No game, this is starting to also sound like the Demon Castle in Omniscient Reader Viewpoint. That's like episode 200-ish. So I understand if no one understands that reference.
Yeah, I don't get the reference, sorry.
It might just be you. But if we are in town when a festival is happening, it is best we attend just so it keeps the people appeased.
If anyone wants to, you could roll an insight just on the people around town. God damn.
15.
Crit.
Alright, we'll start with Kai. These people seem pretty happy, so it must work, I guess. We'll go to Kardak. You can see they all have big old smiles on their faces. There seems to be maybe like a little unease there, but again, hey, if it works, it works. Zio, I'm gonna give this to both of you. Raul, I'll give some more information, but I'll give you both this to start. This is a very put on a happy face sort of smile. They're not exactly happy per se, but they sure do look like it. I guess the best way to put it is the retail smile that everyone in this town is wearing.
You know what, Hoshi, you made a reference to it earlier, so I'll make it now. There is no war in Bossing, say.
Mm-hmm. There is no Straden in Valaki. What are you talking
No.
about?
Dio knows his feelings way too much.
This is definitely. Oh my
We're in
gosh.
hell.
This is definitely Omniscient
We're in
Readers.
Bob.
Viewpoint.
And Raul,
We're in Bouncy, say you guys.
and Raul, you get not only that, but it's very strained. People are trying so hard to pretend to be happy, but they are exhausted. Parade after parade after parade is ridiculous. It's not really sustainable, but god damn it if they're not going to try, because it seems to be working so far. There's no evidence to contradict it, right? Right?
You say yes?
I have the Raul just has the face of like just like slowly kind of being like, I guess the realization of just like, these people are in despair. And he just gets his like usual like Raul just gets his usual like sad look on his face.
This is just a different flavor of despair. But I
Heh,
will,
must be a Monday.
but I
There
will,
is always there's no joy in Barovia.
I will.
Does
re-
anybody, above game, does anybody speak either Giant or Draconic?
Nope.
Nope.
Actually,
Oh,
I know Abyssal.
I speak Draconic.
I know Leonin. Primordial.
I know Dwarvish, Elvish, Sylvan.
Yeah, Bold, you're gonna hear Karnak say and Draconic. Something doesn't feel right.
He'll respond back in Draconic. Yeah, you're telling me.
Oh, you understand Draconic?
Enough to get by. It's not my proudest language.
No, that's appreciated. A lot many people around here do, apparently. But what I just said, I'm going to withhold from until we are back in the.
You know what? I just want everyone to roll a quick intelligence, just a flat intelligence, really quick, to remember something.
Nope.
21.
Alright.
Top 20.
Bolt, Kardak, Zio.
Fitting.
You remember something. Madam Ava's reading. This card tells of a powerful force of good and protection. A holy symbol of great hope. The torturer. There is a town where all is not well. There you will find a house of corruption. Within, a dark room full of still ghosts. And you look back to the poster, which very clearly says on it, all will be well.
Oh my gosh. I keep thinking about mission reading. Okay, spoiler. In those set of episodes, it's the character finds himself at a castle. Since this person already knows everything that happened, will happen in that castle. He already knows the bad things. But this castle is some fancy schmancy guy owns this castle, claims it's a safe space from all the craziness of Starstream that's happening, and that it's free from all the challenges that are required of Starstream or whatever. But underneath everything, literally underneath the castle, they feed anyone who, quote unquote, doesn't obey the rules to a huge tree that creates and spits out demons from the humans that are being fed.
Really?
Well, here they're just put in the stocks and donkey heads are put on them. Or something else, but, that you don't know about.
They make jewelries here.
They sure do.
So, everything that's being said right now is just making me think, oh no, they're secretly turning everyone into vampires, or secretly feeding all the people that are quote unquote disobeying and sending them just directly to Strahd.
I mean, that certainly is a theory, alright?
Okay, no.
To the bear house we go.
Yeah. Off to the Baron's house. I guess you just wanted to head straight there, not do some shopping at the Cracked Anvil yet? Because you could. You are in the town square.
If Zero goes in there, he's not going to follow everybody to the Baron's house.
Fair enough. Alright,
You can swing by afterwards.
let me grab this. Where is it? That's number 3. So let me grab that handout real quick. And I forget, did I already put the token there? I think I did. Way too zoomed in. Okay. Oh yeah, I put your tokens there already, so we can move you over to the Baron's house. Well, technically it is Burgomaster, but he also has the title of Baron. It's weird. Dan and Dave will head the charge because they are here for a very specific reason. And they will... Coming! Oh, wait. Forgot I need to scroll down for everyone in chat. Whoops. And let me read out what you see at the front door here. As she answers the door. This mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. As you knock on the door, maid answers. Hello? Who is it? And as she opens the door, actually you can't really see past her at this point because she's standing right at the door, blocking your view. But, yes, hello. My name is Glindan Aylworth. This is my brother, Dave Aylworth. The two of us, we just moved, close to Valaki. We're potion sellers by trade, and we wanted to meet with, the Baron, and these are our friends. They're adventurers. Perhaps they could, provide some of their services to the Baron? Oh, that's actually wonderful news. I'll go get him, and, we will, I'll probably come back and lead you to his office, but, I'll be right back. Please come in. Don't leave the hallway for the time being, obviously. And, she hurries upstairs. And, you all move in, and I will describe this room. Him. There you are. Number A. Framed portraits adorn the walls of this grand foyer, which features a wide staircase with a sculpted rail. A long carpeted hall is attached to the foyer, stretches almost the length of the mansion. It has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. Bundles of twigs are heaped against the walls. You also notice that there's a lot of twigs bundled up around this hallway. Like in the foyer, down the hallway. Lots and lots and lots of twigs. Perhaps this is for the festival. Maybe. I mean, there's no real way to be sure, but... maybe.
Twigs.
Oh god, they're totally gonna set this house on fire, aren't they?
Draco, do the twigs look familiar to a woven wicker sun that I have?
I mean, for all intents and purposes, they are just twigs.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask when the maid comes back if I can borrow or keep some twigs.
Alright, we'll move her down. The maid does come back, and he's really excited to hear from you. Follow me, he's just upstairs. Like I said, he's in his office.
So, is it okay if I take one of these piles of twigs?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, these are for the festival of the Blazing Sun. The plan is we're going to have a parade, and there's going to be a huge effigy of a sun made from these twigs, and we're going to set it on fire, a blazing sun in defiance of the devil.
Ah. That sounds safe.
Oh, it's very safe, I assure you. I mean, the Baron wouldn't do it if it wasn't safe, of course. All will be well.
I'm probably gonna fail it, but can I roll an insight when she says all will be well?
You certainly can.
I will
6.
too. Just
Damn it.
because.
Oh wait, I rolled the wrong thing. That's
Yeah.
wisdom. I need charisma.
Doesn't make a difference. I
Okay.
either.
Oh, even with he rolled really bad, but still Kardak and Antonius failed. She seems happy. Everything is fine. What are you worrying about? Maybe it was a little sketch after you realized what the people are like in town, but this is fine. At least this seems fine. Zio, like the people outside, she is holding her depression back with a big ol' smile. Surely this is what needs to be done for our town to remain safe. The Baron knows what he's doing, surely. Right? I'm just a... It's fine. It's of course fine. You're not... Actually, with a natural 20, it's more that she's trying to convince herself than you.
Gotcha.
It's too real.
Everything is fine in Ban Sing Se.
Mm-hmm. There is no devil in Ba Sing Se. Okay. She brings you around. Oh, do you, does your group back there have a name for me to introduce you as?
You know, we haven't really thought of that yet.
Night Slayers.
Ooh. That's
Garnick just points to him like, yeah, that sounds cool.
all right. Well, I'll certainly introduce you as the Night Slayers. Burgomaster Baron Vargas Vlakovich, allow me to introduce you to the Aylworth brothers and the Night Slayers. And they walk in. I'm gonna move you all around this room. Feel free to move yourselves how you think you'd be positioned, but I'm just sort of grabbing everyone and putting them in for the time being. And allow me to show you. I think his wife is in this art too. She's not here, obviously, but Baron. There he is. Nope, that's his sheet. Although I will need that. No, that's not right. Maybe if I type in his name, Vargas. I know there's a handout for you. I'm pretty sure I've seen the damn thing. Okay, how about... Oh. Okay, well, there's him. Really? They don't have... Right. Oh no, wait. Here they are. You see this man and two mastiffs here. The man wears a red robe and he has two brown mastiffs at his side. He greets you with a smile and stands up, and I realize now I need to move chat's view so they can see his office. And all
Above game, this man looks totally trustworthy and not like the villain from Ghostbusters 2.
Nah. Look, That is a man with a face that you can certainly trust. All will be well, I assure you.
It's only a face a mother can love.
Again, because I made the reference, I have to fit it. I, Vigo, the Scourge of Carpathia, command you.
Alright, let me find where is that the gallery? No, that's here. That is what one?
All
There it is.
is well
The
in
library.
Valaki.
Floor-to-ceiling shelves line every wall in this windowless room, and the number of books contained here is nothing short of astounding. A brass oil lamp sits atop a large desk in the center of the room. The chair behind the desk is comfortably padded and has the symbol of a roaring bear stitched into its back cushion. Standing behind the chair, holding an open book that he obviously closes once you come in, is a bear of a man. His breastplate, rapier, silk tunic, and greasy beard glisten in the lamplight. Resting on the small rugs to his left and right are a pair of black mastiffs. Ah, excellent! I'm so happy to meet you. Your names were, Galindan and, Dave, the Aylworth brothers, right? It's such a pleasure to meet you. We haven't had a potion shop in a good long while. I would be more than happy to set you all up in... Of course, in their old shop, we'll have to clean it up first so you can get all your stock sorted. And, should be easy enough. We'll just fill out some paperwork, get that all sorted. But, the Night Slayers, ooh, that's such an interesting name you have. What does that mean? Have you slain, monsters of the night before?
Just a few ghouls in Durst Manor. Nothing too big.
Oh, you've braved Durst Manor. How exciting. Well, first I want to extend an invitation out to all of you. In 3 days' time will be the Festival of the Blazing Sun. I'd love to have you all as guests to ride alongside me and my wife as we set that wicker sun on fire and let the town know that all will be well because we have heroes like you in town. How could anything not be well? Of course, the choice is yours, and it's 3 days' time. I'm sure you have adventures you need to be getting to and certain jobs, of course. Obviously, there are people, even though everything is very, very great here in Valaki, there are some people that need things done, of course. I mean, nowhere is perfect, even though we're pretty close. There is something I personally need. You see, a lady-in-waiting and a butler of mine, they've seemed to have gone missing. I have the captain of guard working on it, but between you and me, he's a bit more muscle than brain, and he's not doing too good a job on the investigation. If you'd be willing to help us with that, I would be more than willing to pay you 1,000 gold for finding them and returning them safe. If you don't find them safe, that's...
Deal.
Oh, all right. I was going to say, if you don't find them safe, and you just find out what happened and let us know, we will be giving you a smaller reward, of course, but let's say 750 gold.
Still more than fair.
Excellent. And if you do decide to
He
join
was
us...
a mercenary first.
And if you do decide to join us for the festival as our guests of honor, come back here to my manor, let my maids know, and we'll get everything set up, and you'll march with us, and it'll be so fun.
Well, I mean, attendance is mandatory, is it not?
Of course. But if you're not in town, I mean, there's no way for you to be able to attend. And I understand, as adventurers, you're going to be moving around a lot, so... attendance is mandatory for everyone who lives here, but if you're not in town, you can attend, and I understand in that instance.
Most graciously.
You know, there is these Dan's gonna look at the rest of you. I don't know if you all remember, but we got our fortunes read, and maybe the Baron might be willing to help us with that. Well, help you with that, obviously. I'm not part of your adventuring group.
I had a similar thought myself, honestly.
Oh,
That's to come, but let's let you focus on your festival. I say, just ladies and gentlemen, we be on our way. Like, you all notice that Kardak's voice changes a little, slightly with that. Lots to plan, I'm sure you understand.
of course, of course. Well, while you're staying in town, we close the doors at night, understandably. But there is an inn in town called the Blue Water Inn. It's a lovely place, very lively. It's run by the Martikov family. If you go there, I'm sure they'd be willing to give you a room for coin, of course, as well as drink and food. If you travel down, let me grab the map above game. If you go north from the manor here and then take the western road, you'll get back to the main road. Actually, no, not the western road. If you go all the way north, you'll see the crossroads that go to the west, the east, the north. And if you go to the east, you'll see the Blue Water Inn. It's pretty hard to miss. It's a very big building. Also, if any of you are the Faith of the Morning Lord, on the far western side of town, we have a church there. Oh, I forgot to put Irina and Ismark on the map.
I was going to ask.
Whoops.
I was like, did they just disappear on us?
Hold on, I will grab them. I realized I forgot them at that exact moment. Whoopsie daisy. You might also be able to find rooms there at the church. I imagine they wouldn't charge you, but they would have you working at the church to, you know, get room and board there. And Ismark will say, well, that might be good for us, I suppose. Considering we need a more permanent place to stay, and I don't mind doing work. Do you, Irina? No, of course not. Oh, well, I'm glad you got that settled. Welcome to Valaki. We're so happy to see you, and remember, all will be well.
Draco, can I do something really quick?
Sure.
Does this guy smell evil?
That is an interesting question.
Or is it one of those things where it's like, I can't pinpoint?
So you are in a city. You're in his house, so it's a little more isolated. But there's a lot of people coming in and out of this house, so the scent is a bit hard to discern, unfortunately.
Draco, I'm gonna use Divine Sense.
Right, within 60 feet of you. Let me grab your aura again so I can properly see. Alright, so I'd say it's probably inside at this point. So it's strange. You get a ping of, let's see, is it just, no, it's also Fiend and Celestial and all that. You get a ping behind you of fiendish energy, but it, like, when you feel a ping of energy, it feels like a full body, right? Like, there is a fiend, or there is undead, or whatever behind you. This feels significantly reduced, like, not a small one, but, like, maybe it's isolated to a limb? That can't be right. That's weird.
Well, I guess we'll be off then.
Of course, of course. I hope you all enjoy your stay, and don't be a stranger.
So there was, like, pinging over here?
No. In this room that you're standing in front of, in, like, the back corner, Let me. I just realized I have Volakovich's picture, so no one saw me ping in chat. So, right here.
Okay. Let's get out of here.
Do. And I will grab everyone. So, Irina and Eastmark are, they're going to judge on you. They do want to go to the church to, you know, get their room and board, but if you want to go to the inn first and get yourselves settled, they perfectly understand that as well.
I think, like, above game and in character, Kardec would just suggest, let's just stay in Henrietta, if it's alright with you, Dan.
Oh, well, I mean, we would have to go outside town for that, and...
We need to talk.
Yeah, we need to talk.
I understand. I'll also say, while Dan and Dave got their paperwork sorted relatively easily enough, you at least stayed for that, and you will go to the hut outside. You're gonna have to stay in the hut for the night, because the doors do close at night, like he said.
I was going to stop by the blacksmith on the way out.
Oh, yeah, you could certainly do that. However, like I said, it's getting close. Like, right now, it is definitely evening. So, you might miss your opportunity if you go to the blacksmith, but you could certainly try to, like, do things fast.
I tell the party if they can go ahead without me. If I don't make it, I'll be staying at the inn.
Very well.
I don't know if that's a good idea, old man.
Do you want Irina and Ismark to come with you to the hut, or they could stay behind with Zio so he's not alone?
That'd probably be for the best.
I'll probably stay behind with Zio too.
Alright.
Just in case.
And I do have the sending spell, and you have my sending stone, so if you need to shoot me a message, you can, and I could just shoot you a 25-word message if we need.
If we can stay at either the inn or the church, we'll let you know.
I'm staying here.
Alright.
Oh, someone's who will worry about me.
He looks at you right into your eyes. We need to talk.
Alright.
Alright, so then we're splitting the party. Team Valaki will be Zio, Kai, Irina, Ismark, and Raul. And Team Henrietta will be Dan, Dave, Yuki, Kardak, Bolt, and Antonius. Is that correct?
Sounds okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Oop, almost forgot. There we go. Alright.
This is gonna be fun.
So we could do this one of two ways. We could either have one representative from each team roll initiative, and whoever goes higher will go first. Or we could do a higher low. I kind of like the competing initiatives one though.
Who wants to roll for Team Henrietta then? I'll do it if no one else does.
What's your dex?
My dex is 2.
I have a +4.
You roll then.
Right, and what about for Team Valaki? Who would like to roll for that?
I have 0.
I got it too.
I also have a 2.
You go, Kai.
Okay.
Right,
Just like his father.
oh my god.
Hey,
By one.
That is so good.
+4. It just you rolled a 3 versus a 6. All right, we'll start with.
It's now that
We'll start.
I just realized what time it is.
Oh yeah, it's almost 2.
Yeah, I was also gonna say I'm kind of starting to fade a little bit myself.
All right. Well, we could definitely
This seems
end
like a-
here. Yeah, it's a good.
This is like a
place.
natural stopping point.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the party has been split. They need to have a very long conversation. But that'll be for next time. Let's start going around the horn. Okay, Discord, if you want to load, that'd be cool. There we go. Let's see. We could do the random one again, where someone goes and then we have them choose who to go next.
I'm gonna suggest it since he said he's falling or trying to fall or sorry not to fall asleep. Choco go first.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hi, I'm Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Ko-Fi. Chocolate Zombie 101, some form of it. Tuesdays you find me on twitch.tv/TwitchPersons channel for Power Ranger Cyber Strike. I play a Red Ranger. Also on Tuesdays every other week you can find myself, Daluna, Draco, and Hoshi over on Burnout Bond's channel for Face of Our Lives. Wednesdays you can find me here. Hoshi, go.
Hi, I'm Ro Hoshi. You can find me here on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, and YouTube as Ro Hoshi. You can also find me here every Thursday and Wednesdays and Thursday when we do party game nights or when we do this. And you can also find me on Burnout Vaughn's channel every other Tuesday. Alright, Daluna, go.
Hello, my name is Dula13. Find me on Twitter at Dula1338, everywhere else at Dula13, including YouTube, where I posted a new short today that came to me when I was working at a friend of mine's repair shop. Next Tuesday, you'll find me, like Chaga said, on Twitch's channel for Power Ranger Cyber Strike, and then that night you'll find me here on this channel because everything is fine. Me and Draco, we're just gonna go on a little treasure hunt. Just nothing bad happened. Everything is fine. Sora just needs to get away for a little bit.
Just needs a breather. Don't we all?
And then, yeah, again next Wednesday here. So, yelling, go.
Okay. I go by Yell Tell Malo. I am on. You can find me as Yelling at Me on Twitch, Yelling at Me B2 on YouTube, and Yelling at Me in Blue Sky, X. You name it, it's usually yelling at me. And I do art streams, and I've been doing ZZZ every Wednesday before Barovia. So, yeah. Who's left?
I believe Rodden hasn't gone yet. Than hasn't gone yet.
Go. Dan, go.
Usually you'll find me here with Draco here on Wednesdays, and every other Thursday or Friday, well, I'll be over with the Lost Knight playing as Solvrook, the Leisurefoot Artificer. We are just getting through our dungeon crawl of trying to defeat this necromancer, and we are going through a troubling time with a mound of bones. So, see if we survive next session.
Who would you like to go next? Well, I mean, there's only Brogden and me, so...
There's only one other option.
Oh. I don't have anything to plug. I'm here on Wednesdays. Draco, you go. Hi.
Well, I mean, we kind of skipped over it for some of it. How'd you like tonight's session?
Oh, tonight was fun.
I love bossing say, I mean Valaki. Right.
I'm going for the speedrun timer on these outros.
Fair enough. Alright,
Honestly, there is no sadness in Barovia. Needs to be our great message.
there is no sadness in Valaki. Alright. Well, you've already found me here. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Monday, you can catch me here for Dragon Quest Treasures, where we are very, very close to getting the post-game completely finished. We have 3 more iconic treasures to find. One of the things I need to do is like pure random chance, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing that one. I'm probably not popping all the balloons, but maybe, just maybe, I can beat Silverbones for the second time, even though he's a pain in the ass to beat. Tuesdays, like Daluna said, you can find us here for Kingdom Hearts 3, where we're just gonna do some nice, calm treasure hunting in Olympus. Get all the things we missed. Is going to be great. When we're not doing Kingdom Hearts 3, you can find us over at Burnout Vaughn's for Phase of Our Lives, or While Beyond the Witchlight campaign. Wednesday, you can find us all here. Our heroes have made it to Valaki, and it's just so great here. Nothing bad could happen. Nothing at all. Thursdays, you can find us here for party games of all kinds. Sometimes we do Jackbox and Rift Tracks and King of the Castle. Occasionally we do Baldur's Gate 3. It's a whole lot of fun stuff. And last but certainly not least, on Monday, you can find me here for Spirit Tracks. We finished the second dungeon. It's time to move on to the third, down by the sea. That's right, we went from ice to water temple. Hooray! But with all of that said and done, how about we find someone to raid? Daluna gave us someone, a new person, and I'm down to raid somebody new.
Because I know I posted a list of people in chat. I know Cheru's on, not somebody that's normally on, that we don't get to raid very often as well.
True. But I'm willing to raid a new person for once.